What's good, guys? Your boy Hugo the Savage back again for another Monday Night Raw review. 10th of October 2022. Hey, it's the Raw after Extreme Rules, man. The wrestling world, the wrestling community, the wrestling universe, whatever you want to call it, is on a high after the return of big bad Bray Wyatt, Extreme Rules, and after another great pay-per-view orchestrated by the man Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, and the rest of the team. And we're here to chop up the Raw after, man. And this episode of Raw, as you will, was the season premiere of Raw. Now, I'm not going to make the casual jokes as I usually do about Raw, but I will say again, how does a program that doesn't finish have a season premiere without having a season finale? You tell me, but I don't know. I guess it's something to do with USA Network or Fox or something like that. But we're definitely going to chop it up. Big up to the chat. Big up, Nev. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you back, man. Big up Hassan. Big up, brother. Big up Morris Demon Team. You know, we're here. Come on. You know, like that. Me and Mr. Wyatt might have to get into a lawsuit or something because, as you know, he might have started it on his intro, but the Wyatt family disappeared a long time ago, and a young man by the name of Hugo the Savage took the mantle of that intro, and I've been keeping it strong for years. So I'm just saying, Wyatt, if you want to continue to use that, you might have to go through me still. Or you're going to have to appear on the channel. We can sort it out, you know, like that. Big on that big Raw last night, apart from the first match. Yeah, we'll get to it. What we'll do is we'll run through it match by match. We'll get everyone have their say. I'll run through it a little bit. I'm going to speak about every match individually. I'm not talking about Omos's match. I'm just not doing it, bro. It's nothing to do with him, but I'm not talking about no local competitors, you know, like that. But apart from that, we can do it. So let's kick off the show. As I said, season premiere didn't disappoint for me anyway. Probably for me, the best Raw I've watched since Triple H has been running the show. And I don't expect it to be at this level every single week just because, I mean, I should do, but I know if they were trying to pull out the stops for a season premiere, that's the reason why, innit? Yeah, big up, Nev. You know the vibes, brother. So yeah, we kicked off the show the only way to kick off any season premiere or any big event with the one and only Bloodline. And I have to say, man, I might be a little bit biased because I'm like a super, like, I don't even know if you can call me a Roman Reigns fan anymore. Like, my whole life has been, I don't know, that family has just been my wrestling family. Like, it's been, without even being biased, I've just liked them. I don't remember any of them that I didn't like. Put it this way, when I was a little kid, yeah, and it's funny now because I used to have like plaits and that when I was a baby, and I used to have my hair out to look like a head shrinker, bro. So that shows you how far back. And then we had Rocky Maivia and all that, and obviously, so we moved on from there. And obviously, my granddad used to love Rocky Johnson, so it's just in the family. But yeah, we kicked off the show with Roman and the Bloodline, and it was dope, man. They came out, they addressed the crowd. Sami Zayn took the mic, caught a promo. Who's like, for me, Sami Zayn he's a gem. I'm not from that country. I mean, neither is he. He's from Canada, but he's a national treasure. For me, Sami Zayn should be protected at all costs. And I don't mean in terms of losing or winning a match. I mean, protect him at all costs, because for me, and you guys will know, anyone who's been a part of this channel for a while, if anyone remembers when we first witnessed Logan Paul coming into the company, and Sami Zayn was in the middle of his conspiracy, because Sami Zayn brought him in pretty much. And Sami Zayn was doing that conspiracy thing. And at the time, I remember all of us saying, because Raw was terrible back then and SmackDown wasn't doing that well, we were saying that this is one of the best things, apart from Roman, this is one of the best things in wrestling. And all of us were waiting for the what were we waiting for? We were waiting for the documentary to come out, and yeah, it was dope, man. We really couldn't wait. And the documentary didn't come out, and obviously he lost to Logan and all that stuff. But I like the fact that he is a company man, in terms of he really cares about the fans and putting the company first more than himself. Sometimes you want him to put himself first as well, but no, he's a good man, Sami Zayn. Funny, great in the ring, dope character, dope on the mic. looks homeless sometimes, but he's got everything. And him, like the Miz, I guess if you run in a company like the WWE, you need those kind of people in your company. So yeah, big up Jay. Jay, let me know if you want to jump in, bro, because I got your link on it. But yeah, it was dope. Obviously, Roman made me laugh because he kind of told them the fans in Manhattan, he's like, "I'm going to Manhattan, bro. I'm not sticking around Brooklyn and that, bro. Like it's dead." Which which I found that absolutely hilarious. Um, I'll say this part's strange, but it's not. I think they just want. If you think from a business standpoint, they wanted to get Riddle on the show. He had a big win against Seth, and it kind of got overshadowed by Bray's return, which anything would have, to be honest. So Riddle interrupted the Bloodline. I didn't really need him to be there. I didn't really need to hear the bruh. I didn't, you know what I mean? But Riddle's been good. He came out and he pretty much told Roman that he wants another title shot. And then Roman hyped up the crowd, done the heel thing. Crowd, do you want a title shot? Do you wanna see us go one more time? The crowd went crazy, and then Roman said, "Nah, I'm not doing it." And then obviously Riddle proceeded to say, "Okay, I'll fight one of your Bloodline members." To which Jay took the mic and then put Sami Zayn in the match, and then carried on like, "Sami, I wouldn't let him talk about you like that," which is dope. I think the initial promo in the first place had everybody laughing. Had Solo Sikoa, who's supposed to be serious, laughing. Had Jay, who's supposed to hate Sami, laughing. Jimmy, trying to be the reasonable one, laughing. Paul and Roman laughing. You can't help but laugh around him. And there was this little thing where, the Riddle said yeet, and then he's like, "Yo, you can't say yeet. That's a bloodline thing. That's a family thing." And then he carried on saying it. He milked it a bit too much, but the fans got behind it. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And I'm really coming around to that a little bit more now. I know that I made a wrestling channel to talk about wrestling. I made it part of my job to review wrestling as well. But at the same time, sometimes even me, I reckon I probably can be too critical sometimes when I'm thinking the whole point of pro wrestling, not the Olympic wrestling, where they are wrestling to win a trophy or whatever and get points. This is to entertain fans. And if the fans are entertained, especially the ones in the house, then sometimes I got to take that on board. So big up to them guys anyway. So yeah, that match was set. Before we got into the next segment, obviously I get to the chat and see what all you guys are saying. Nev, yeah, thank you very much, bro. You know the vibes. Yes, Savage, hope you're good. 25 years of DX. Funniest moment from DX when Road Dogg was singing along yesterday. Also, Revel, what are you? Very interesting promo from Bray. Yeah, Bray's a deep. No Edge or Bray, which is shocking, especially Edge, all things considered. Yeah, I'll talk about that when I get to the Judgment Day. I didn't expect Bray to be there anyway. I don't know what it is. I always know. Everyone asked me at the end of the watch along, and I said Bray's not going to be on Raw. Think about it, bro. Like the reason, remember when he was on Raw in the first place, and then he went over to SmackDown because Fox wanted him. That's how he ended up feuding with like the Miz and stuff like that. And then obviously I know he came to Raw after Mania, but that's because it was after Mania. You can't have like big stars like Roman and Bray and think Fox ain't gonna be like, "Listen, we paid you the big money, come over." USA Network need WWE where Fox doesn't, so you know what I mean. I think that's kind of what happens. Also, the mystery character popped up, Bray promo. We will wait and see who he is. Also, rocking knowledge is Tribal Chief. Come on. Where else are we? James said best Raw in years, very well booked show. Yeah, I think I agree with you, bro. Definitely in years because I remember some deep times, man. Literally watching during. All right, come on, Zen. Like that. You might want to put the show away and watch it later. Still, I don't want you to fail your exam. That's and try and blame me. Savage, I know where you're coming from. I agree. I'm liking what they have done with Roman and the Bloodline and maintaining dominance. Yeah, man. And I remember people coming at me a while because I said that I was behind Roman to keep the title and stuff like that. But when you think about it properly, there's no one there to take the title off Roman. Not that the fans are gonna get behind and stay behind. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. On top of that, I'm a little bit biased because it's my favorite, but it's not the point. Have you seen Roman Logan Crown Jewel headline thing? They put purple smoke in the back of it. Yeah, but I'm not too fussed about purple smoke. I think we're going to get Logan, Roman. We're going to get Brock and Lashley, which we'll get to later. We'll probably get Goldberg versus a Moss or someone like that, which is going to be terrible for a Moss, by the way, if it happens. Because realistic, how the hell can he even beat? How would Goldberg ever beat a Moss? Seriously, this isn't old Goldberg. This is old Goldberg. And if you, all right, listen, I'm a rapper, bro. If you get the bars, you get the bars. Like that. But is what it is, man. But yeah, and then I'm sure there'll be some other kind of like gimmicky stuff on the show as well. But I'm here for it. But yeah, Triple H, wrestling Tony Khan, horrible. AEW promo looked horrible. Yeah, Raw's pretty good. Yeah, I need Sami to win. I mean, you guys know about what I said about Sami. I know he's not going to beat Roman for a title and that, but I think if they teased it properly, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens could take the tag team titles off the Usos. Only problem is, I know for a story, and I have to be a fan of the story first. I kind of don't want Sami to ever leave the Bloodline. I know it's going to happen eventually. We'll get Amos versus Strowman. Oh yeah, that's probably a shout, to be fair enough. I wouldn't care for it, to be honest. I believe that. I'm thinking what title, because there's no Intercontinental title or US title in that Bloodline. That would be the way to go if one of them had that title. I would have them implode. I think what they should do very soon is give a match between Jay and Sami, but not a match what breaks them up. A match where Roman puts it together and says, "Listen, if you're not going to keep arguing, you're going to have to settle your differences in a match." And Sami should win that match, and it will cause a bigger rift because some of the other ones won't respect him as much. Like Solo Sikoa already sides with Sami most of the time. And I think we should go through that. Maybe put a tag team tournament together, leading up to WrestleMania, which I think is a good idea. WrestleMania is not that far away. I know it sounds like it is, but we've only got 2 months of this year left, and then WrestleMania is in April, which is 4 months into the year, 6 months. You can build a great story where they need a tag team. Then there's a tag team tournament, and I'll get Sami to go with Kevin Owens, or you get Sami to win the Royal Rumble, and Roman thinks that Sami's just going to lie down for him at WrestleMania, and Sami's like, yeah, I'll do it. And then when he gets to it, he doesn't, and they have a match. Just saying. Boogeyman wants to face. Yeah, that Boogeyman versus Bray. I don't think that's going to happen, and nobody wants to see that, bro. Trust me, that's nobody wants to see that. Moving on from there, we can get to the next match pretty fast because I think the next one, if I'm correct, was Gargano versus Theory. Oh, yeah, we can call him Austin Theory now, innit? I don't know why I keep calling him Theory, but yeah, thanks for Vince for that. I'm stuck on it now. Match I didn't really care for as much. I get what they're trying to do. They've got a connection the way. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think the build-up's very great. I get it though, because they need to get let's bring Jamie in, man. But yeah, they obviously need to get Thingy on the show, innit? Gargano, and build him up a little bit. Kind of like, and I'm a fan of all these people on the roster, by the way. You know how I respect these wrestlers. I don't think anyone's terrible. It's all about booking and stories. Some people should stay in NXT longer. Some people should come up quicker. Some people should go down to NXT just to build a story. And I think with Johnny Gargano, they shot him in the foot straight away. Him and his missus, to be honest, which we'll get to as well, because most of the roster don't know who he is. So, what do you think about that match, Jay?
Oh, mate, you're right.
Yeah, my big up, man. Yeah, Theory versus Gargano. I was just saying that, like, bit of a cold shoot for Gargano. The match was good. It was a good match, but he's always going to put on a good match. He's Johnny Wrestling on it.
Yeah.
But them two are both struggling in the fact that one, I mean, for Theory, the briefcase is there in it, so that's fine. For Gargano, no one for him to fight. Maybe now Seth's got the title, which we'll get to. That's who he goes down that route against. I don't know where Tommaso Ciampa is. I really don't know where he is. I don't know if Dexter Lumis killed him and they forgot to record it. So, yeah, I don't know if you watched that match at all or if you even care.
Mate, this is the first Raw I actually watched live for years. I actually stayed up and watched this.
Yeah, man.
It was worth it as well. I said it's the best show I've seen in a long time. But yeah, with Gargano, you're right. The problem with Gargano is the hardcores like us know who he is. Raw is a lot of casual crowds, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Apart from when you go places like Brooklyn and Canada and stuff like that, you get the hardcore crowd to know him. But yeah, it's Triple H's got to try and work out how to let everyone know who this man is. Maybe show clips of his NXT days at every Raw or something, so people know what he's about because he's a tremendous wrestler. That's why.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, it was a good little match with Theory. I was surprised that it was just on a Raw and not maybe on the pay-per-view, but and the briefcase weren't. I know a lot of people will say maybe the briefcase should be involved, but I just don't want Gargano. What's the point of that? You know, he's only just got here. With Austin Theory, though, yeah, it's a weird situation he's in, ain't he? Because let's face it, his daddy's gone. It's like,
it's problem.
That was the man pushing him. I think Triple H likes him, but not to the extent that Vince liked him. Vince saw him as John Cena 2.0, didn't he? That's what Vince saw. And this briefcase thing, he's never going to cash it in and win, is he? As long as Roman's champion, because it's not believable at the moment.
That's what I said. That since the briefcase has been there, I've been saying this for a long time. I think back when Otis had it, and I said that he should cash in on the tag team champions for him and Tucker, but no one was listening to me. And I'm like, why? It doesn't say there's a contract for the WWE Championship match. It says a WWE title, and everybody goes after the main one, which I get it. But story-wise, there are people who have been saying that when I was a kid, I wanted to be Intercontinental Champion and all this stuff. And Triple H does like Austin Theory because he used him a lot on NXT. He was quite big on him there. But for me, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. And you're right about the Gargano thing. I think it's just a misstep that Triple H loves Gargano so much and Shawn Michaels loves him so much that I think is one where they just assume that everybody knows who he is. So now he's got to build himself up on the roster, but he kind of just looks like, I don't know what it is. When you're on NXT, you don't look that small on it. But when you're on the main roster against these big guys, you look small now.
Yeah, but the arenas are bigger. It makes you look smaller as well. You know what I mean? It might sound silly, but
it's exactly what it is.
When you've got an arena of 400 people, I look massive. Do you know what I mean? But you stick someone in, exactly. 20,000-seat arena, you're going to look tiny. He could be this WWE's generation of Daniel Bryan. That is what they could do with it. He just hasn't got the charisma of Daniel Bryan. That's the only thing.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear him speak on the mic.
No, but in the ring, they just got to have. Maybe he's just got to be their technician. He just wrestles every week, and that's how.
Bro, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but listen.
At my door. I'll be right back.
To the chat, I'm not trying to be an idiot, but let's be honest. The logical thing is just put him back with Ciampa in it and be DIY. I'm not even joking. It sounds disrespectful in that, but they literally could be one of the best tag teams around because they were. So Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns happened. Big story. Cody Rhodes made Roman Reigns in trouble monster leave WWE. I'm not sure what you mean by the tribe. Made Roman Reigns want to leave WWE. Confused. Let me know what you mean. Felt Charles coming back last night, seeing DX and their classic catchphrase. And me and my bros always mimicked. Yeah, it was dope, man. Anyone been part of the channel? I've done a video before. I said that in England it's called primary school, and I think in America it's middle school or preschool. That's middle school, I think. I got in trouble in school for telling the teacher to suck it, and it took me a while to realize what I was saying, to be honest, and that was pointing at a crotch the whole time. But when I realized, I got in trouble, and she took my smoking skull belt, and I never got it back. Miss Rogers, to this day.
Damn, Miss Rogers.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I brought it with my pocket money from Forbidden Planet. I took it to school. My girlfriend Victoria in school, which is kind of crazy because my missus now is called Victoria as well. I hit her over I was playing wrestling. I hit her over the head with the belt. You know how Shane McMahon used to do? I dived over the head. And the teacher came and took it off me. She's like, I'm going to confiscate to the end of the term. I was like, listen. And then I said, I got 2 words for you. I said, suck it, and pointed at my crotch. And she was mad. And I didn't have a clue what was going on. I was like, why is she losing her mind so much? And then I told my dad, and then he told me, like, son, I don't think you should be walking around telling people to suck it every 2 minutes. Then I realized, so kind of what it is. Cody versus Reigns would be an absolute insane match. Also, which legend would you like to see appear the next Rumble?
None.
No. I'm kind of like,
I think there's enough legends that are currently active. Though legends.
I was about to say that I'm kind of at the point where it's like, depending on. If you're not going to make a story after it, I don't want to hear it, because there was what was it? There was something in the Women's Rumble last year that it wound me up because there was a story there. I think it was Nikki Bella and someone. And I was like, why? No, it was was it Sasha and Bayley? Who was the tag team champions at that
Sasha
Royal
and
Rumble?
Bayley.
It was Sasha and Bayley, innit?
Yeah.
And I think the Bellas threw them out, or they threw out one of the other tag teams. And I was like, oh shit, this makes sense. WrestleMania's coming up. Bellas can have this.
Well, apparently that was meant to be the story, weren't it?
Well, that's what should have happened. So it should have happened because the Bellas are in good nick all the time, bro. So
totally.
You know what I mean? And I can't lie, bro. If there's something when Nikki does that entrance, I know that she's not gonna pull a bra off and that, but for some reason, bro, every time, yeah, it's sick. It's sick. Andrew Ciampa part of the Wyatts. I hope not.
I don't want there to be a Wyatt 6.
Nah, me either. I personally think, because I know that everyone's, Dark Ops said it here as well, and I said this while I was doing the live stream about who I thought the people were. But I said that, like, I don't think whoever was in them suits had anyone on the roster, bro. I think it's just like people on the PC. Yeah. And then I think that, like, we won't see them suits again either. I think that's just, I think they had to put it together pretty fast. Because let's be honest, bro.
That's scary as shit.
Yeah, when the suits are like, for the experience and the darkness and all that, it was dope. But when you zoom in on them suits, they look terrible, bro. And
going out to the ring in them, they'd look a bit naff.
And I need to ask this question. I know some people don't care about this stuff, but I'm a nerd for this. Why is that picture available of the puppets backstage? Have you seen that picture?
Yeah.
Bro, it ruined the whole thing.
I don't know why they did that. They got together and was like, woo.
Like, I don't mind if you take the picture and then you keep it for yourself, and then in years to come, WWE can put it in the documentary. Like, oh my God, there's these creepy puppets in the corner. Now I found out that they were taking selfies backstage.
Yeah. It just.
I remember when Fiend did that last time. Was it Liv? She took a picture with the Fiend backstage.
Yeah, kayfabe, guys. Keep kayfabe.
I'm like, this motherfucker's supposed to be in a funhouse somewhere.
Yeah.
So now I know, and then I remember when the Miz had that storyline with the Fiend, which was dope, by the way, when the puppet ended up in his daughter's bed and that.
Yeah.
But then he got a promo and then Miz was like, listen, I'm fed up of you, bro. You're just in a room backstage, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I realized that's why I said that. And I get why Seth said it on the interview the other day. It ruined the whole thing because Seth just walked into the funhouse. All of us was like, I wonder where it is. And Seth walked in and burnt it down and left. Yeah. For fuck's sake, man.
And then what can you do from there? It's very hard, but
crazy, bro. Crazy. So, but I'm with you 100%. I think if there's a Wyatt 6, it should be him. All of them should be him. I don't think there should be different people.
No,
because like what they're gonna do, win the tag team championships and the Intercontinental Championship and that.
Just takes a mistake away.
Yeah,
I just like Bray on his own.
Yeah,
it was great by the day. Raw not having him on today. I thought it was a good tease because let's face it, Fox is where the money's at.
Yeah,
and Fox like you think USA are getting Bray? No.
Yeah, trust me, they're not getting it, bro. I done that excluded for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. They didn't. I realized why they kept telling us not to try stuff at home and that. Bro.
I was lucky. I was old enough when DX first came and know what.
Oh yeah, you did get away with it. I was a piece of shit in school, bro. I was diving off like I thought I was a hardy boy in school. I was diving off scaffoldings and that, bro. Injuring people, man. Cody Rhodes claims he made the tribal chief after he left WWE for AEW. That wouldn't even. Is this a real? This can't be a real thing because it doesn't even make sense.
Like Jericho saying, "No one knew who Cody was before he was in AEW."
How could Cody make anybody when he left WWE? No one cared about him. That's why he left.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Cody.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was a fan of Stardust, so
the stuff's great.
Everybody else hated it, yeah, and he hated it. But when he used to do that thing with his brother, when he was like waiting to be tagged in, and he'd lose his mind on the apron, and he'd just run back and forth. I love characters like that, bro. And then I watched WrestleMania 31 with my son last week again, and that first match, the ladder match, and it's got everybody in it, like Dean Ambrose and everyone's in it. I think Daniel Bryan wins. But Stardust is in there and he gets his own ladder out, the cosmic ladder, bro. And I was in stitches watching this, bro. I'm like, this geezer was sick, man. So I don't think, I know I sound like a bit of a party pooper and that, and we'll get to the next match, but I don't think that, like, when all the fans are talking about something so obvious, so ever since Cody's been back, everyone, as soon as he got injured, everybody said the same thing. Cody will come back, wins the Royal Rumble, fights Roman.
Do you know, I don't think it's going to be the case because, you know, when you say about Gargano, not a lot of people know him. Not a lot of casuals know who Cody Rhodes is. The last time they knew Cody Rhodes, that was Stardust. Now the casuals are like, why is this guy? Why is Goldust's little brother so like popular. What have I missed? Because let's face it, casuals don't watch AEW.
Yeah.
And so they're not going hardcores like us. Like when Cody Rhodes came back at Mania, I popped because it's Cody Rhodes. It was massive. Yeah. But I don't know. WWE might have shot themselves in the foot with this Sami Zayn stuff at the moment. I'm telling you. They might. You know when Daniel Bryan wasn't meant to be the guy.
Yep.
Like he wasn't, but the fans were so behind him they had to tell the story to Mania 30. We might be having the same thing here with Sami Zayn now.
I'm just letting everybody know, that everyone knows that I want Roman to keep the title. I know he's going to lose it eventually. Listen, only person I'm willing for him to lose it to is Sami now. I'm not joking.
It makes sense story-wise, though, don't it?
Bro, because
most story-wise of it.
When you went to get the delivery, I said that I would have Sami win the Royal Rumble, and logically Roman's going to think, this is perfect for me. I get a night off at WrestleMania, and he should sell it like that as well.
Yeah.
Like Sami's going to come in. We've had it in WCW when I think somebody laid down for Hogan for him to win the title,
weren't it?
Yeah,
the finger of doom.
Yeah. So I should just be like, Sami's going to come in. He's going to lie down for me, and then we're going to go away and blah blah blah. And they should build it just like that, and then Sami should just kick out straight away and beat him, bro. And then just have a great match, have everything in it. I'm here for it, bro. You know what I mean? Even if you have like when obviously the Usos or whatever are going to come out, because I think for a big story you probably just have them all lose the title at WrestleMania, and the Usos as well.
Yeah,
have like their tag team match earlier in the day where they obviously lose. Whoever they fight against, have it like a brutal fatal 4-way tag team match where they're injured, so they can come to the ring, but they're going to be struggling. Same with Solo Sikoa, and just have Kevin Owens take them all out because he's Sami's friend.
Yeah.
Stunner everyone. So what they should probably do is take Kevin. Yeah, they should probably take Kevin Owens out first, maybe at Royal Rumble or something.
Yeah,
perfect story, bro. Perfect. Listen, this is why they don't just employ me, man.
Yeah, they're writing themselves into a corner at the moment. Like they have to do it, I think.
Yeah. Switchblade and other New Japan wrestlers retweeting WWE. That's interesting.
Yeah, they did last night. I noticed on Twitter.
Bray Wyatt horror movie. I thought that I never at one point I didn't think he was going to come back because I knew that he was talking about making movies, but I don't think they should make a movie about him. It would be terrible. He ain't that scary.
No.
He ain't that scary. Bro.
It's just creatively minded.
Yeah. I hate Ronda Rousey. She's awful. Why does little Becky Lynch versus Ronda? That's
your Mania match, by the way. Becky Lynch.
Listen, people know that how I feel about Ronda Rousey, innit? I was a massive fan of her in the UFC at the beginning. Then she wound me up, and then I just wanted Nunes to punch her up after that, and she did twice. That's why when Liv said, "I'm the only woman to beat you twice," I was like, that's not true. that's not true. I want you to get your head punched in twice.
I want to really like Ronda Rousey because she's that character I kind of like. You know, she's a real tough.
She is tough.
Person, you know. She went in. Look, she can break everyone's arm in that company if she wants. Let's face it. So, I want to really like her, and I want her to be like that tweener character. Like she doesn't. Brock. Yeah, you know, like look, when Austin turned face, he was still doing everything he did when he was a heel. He never actually changed his character.
Nope.
It's just that the fans loved him, and they just kept.
There's been great tweeners over the years, man.
Yeah, I want Ronda to be like that. Ronda shouldn't have to change who she is. Because she was getting the fans behind her, weren't she, to the build up to this match? Because she was just doing Ronda stuff.
Yeah,
that's what she just needs to do.
Yeah, we got great tweener. I remember, like Randy was a tweener for a long time. Brock's always been one.
Yeah,
you can definitely do it.
You can't love Brock. Yeah, Bo Dallas is back though, apparently, ain't he? So that might.
I mean, I said that ages ago. I knew it. I asked in the stream if Bo Dallas was still living with Liv Morgan. I asked specifically before anything happened because I was like, if he is, trust me, I know what's going on here because Liv laughed. I did find that funny though. I was actually like, this is badass. Liv was just like fading away laughing. I'm like, this bitch is crazy, bro. Just go full Harley Quinn on her. I don't care if Alexa Bliss had Harley Quinn's hair before. No one gives a damn. She wasn't acting like her.
I think Liv would do it better.
She would because she's crazy.
Yeah, she is. She's a bit.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Just go watch Margot Robbie couple movies and that because she's the best, and just copy it, bro. It's simple. Kind of cover this Dark Ops. I see too many stars in there to be underneath Bray like that. Because remember, the Wyatt family wasn't even 6 people, so this is even more now.
Dexter Lumis is a serial killer. He ain't gonna follow someone. Is he?
But Bo Dallas with Wyatt. It doesn't have to be with Wyatt 6, but put Bo Dallas with Wyatt. You can do the Liv Morgan and Wyatt thing as well. Alexa, no, because it doesn't make no sense. The way the story finished last time, he literally said in his last promo, "I'm done with her." So it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Dolph, no. Ciampa, no. Put Ciampa back with Gargano. Just make him a tag team, bro.
Bo Dallas and Liv Morgan are the two I could say.
Yep. I think leave it like that.
Dolph Ziggler is. That don't make no sense.
Dolph couldn't do that.
Dexter Lumis is a serial killer, so he ain't going to follow anyone, is he? Yeah, and Tommaso just needs to be part of DIY again.
Yeah, it's point with Gargano. They'll be one of the best tag teams on the whole roster, bro, because they were amazing together.
There is actual a tag division now as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Big up, man. Big up, brother. I hope you're well. Gave me Raw After Mania vibes. Yeah, it did. Probably better than the Raw After Mania, to be honest.
It was better than Raw.
Yeah.
Raw After Mania.
But message me on WhatsApp, bro. I need to talk to you later on anyway, to be fair. New Japan. Oh, yeah, guys, go over to his channel and subscribe to him as well. He's a G.
Is that WrestleManiac UK?
Yeah, he's a G, man. I think I watched the last vlog because he was at Clash at the Castle. He was part of the press team, innit?
Sweet.
So yeah, man. Proud of you still, bro, because I seen you doing the questions with Bianca Belair and all that. And obviously, you looked excited as hell, but yeah, man, kept it professionals dope.
Big up to you, man.
Yeah, man. New Japan Twitter making Tony Khan's blood pressure go up.
Yeah, Tony Khan.
Tony Khan can't
I can't stand the guy.
He can't finger in it. He can't put a face on to show that stuff don't bother him.
Oh, he gets wound up easy, don't he?
I don't know if you saw his interview the other day. He had an interview where he was speaking about the geezer asked him about like why, which is our question always. Why did all your people keep mentioning WWE constantly? And he said he got it from a book from the when WCW was on the Time Warner.
Yeah.
And he said I literally got a book what says like when you try and take out your competition, it's like they're obviously bigger than us. But I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But they're not a little bit bigger than you. They're way bigger. Every time you mention them, everyone's just like, there's put it this way. There's no casual fan in the world ever
that knows what AEW is.
Yeah. So there's nobody watching AEW that doesn't know what WWE is, but there's loads of people watching WWE that don't know what AEW is.
Right, let's put it this way. If Chris Jericho, right, if something, say Chris Jericho, he just went mad and committed a horrible crime, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The news reporters will say ex-WWE guy Chris Jericho did blah, de blah. They wouldn't say current AEW because
never.
The people watching, the millions of people watching that news broadcast will know more than likely what WWE is to AEW. AEW is not this ain't WCW versus WWF back in the day when that was proper competition. You know, because WCW had a lineage as well with Jim Crockett Promotions. It went back decades, and with the NWA and everything. So it was everyone knew them wrestling companies, even casuals.
100%.
AEW, no, they're not competition. WWE, it's too big. No wrestling company will ever grow to take over this company because, unfortunately, WWE is just too big. They're too global. Everyone knows. My dad don't know anything about wrestling. If I ask him my name, a wrestler or a wrestling company, it's going to be WWE.
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter what I do when I speak to my mom.
They're pop culture.
Yes, whenever I speak to my mom, which is every day, and she knows what I do when I'm doing my wrestling stuff. She'll ask me the same question all the time. Is Undertaker dead again? That's what she asks me all the time. She'll say stuff to me like, "Oh, son, you remember when he died and he got buried?" I'm like, "Bitch, if you don't get over it, this was 25 years ago. What are you talking about? You asking the same stupid question." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I like that one. I like that one."
You think that's bad? My mum recently asked me what the British Bulldog was doing.
Oh, for fuck's sake! For fuck's sake, man.
That was her favourite. She's the.
I'll tell you what, man, you are right because you know when you get these fans who are not like they wasn't casuals before, they proper watched it and then they just stopped.
Yeah.
When they start asking you about wrestlers, mate, I have to reel off a list of dead people, bro. Like, what about the one with the nightstick? Oh, Big Boss Man. Yeah, he's dead still. What about Viva La Raza? Eddie? Yeah, he's gone. It's like, remember Test? Yeah, it's gone too, man. It's just not. It's like, what about Rikishi and Too Cool? Well, two of them are alive and one's dead as well. So it's actually sad, man. I remember like years ago, probably about 10 years ago now. Somebody made a YouTube video with all the wrestlers that had died with that horrible sad music, and then it had like the reason for their death next to it. Bro, that was like 10, 12 years ago, bro. Since then, there's been another 100.
It's scary, isn't it? It's scary.
That's why hopefully these current stars now, when they're older, they'll be fine, bro. Which is
they look
great.
after themselves better there.
Yeah. That's why I didn't understand when Undertaker and I was talking rubbish on the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, I love you, Taker, and that, but you want these men to be walking around with knives in the locker room instead of playing games? It's weird to me, bro. Like,
he's
so weird.
He's just old school, and he lives in that era. Hard to get out of it, isn't it?
Yeah. So Gargano obviously won that match. No one gives a
little
damn.
match. Good little match.
Moving on from there, we had Rey Mysterio versus Gable. Another match that was just made for the sake of making it. But I love both of these guys. I'm kind of past the point now, and I mentioned it last week. I'm not going to harp around about it, but you're just mugging off Gable now because he's got potential to be anything he wants to be. He's making fans laugh, and he's good at cutting promos and stuff like that. Yeah. Shoosh. Let's be honest. I know that we all know this, and so I'm not saying anything special. Not only does he have like the similar credentials to Kurt Angle and stuff like that, he literally is like Kurt Angle when he first came in. The way he's making people laugh and stuff like that, taking it, bro. He can wrestle his ass off. He's an Olympian, bro. What are you doing?
The only thing, like,
he loses every week.
He cracks me up. You know, even when he just comes out just in his entrance, I'm cracking up because he's very charismatic. I didn't realize how charismatic he was. He's Kurt Angle is hilarious.
Hilarious, bro.
And they're just charismatic. And you're right. I'm glad that he's on TV every week. That is one thing I'm glad about. And he is showing what he can do. But no, he needs to be picking up wins.
He's not going to as well. Like, if you're not, like, I don't understand. Well, I do understand, because instead of having great writing, they keep having, let's try fill up the time with stuff that don't matter, when you can just fill it up with stuff up. So it's like him and Otis have to have, we know what the pattern goes. Single Gable, single Otis, tag team. Mm-hmm. Single Gable, single Otis, and the same thing with Judgment Day. Single Finn, single Priest. Rhea doesn't do anything. They all rush somebody, and then they do it again, then there's a pay-per-view. So listen, I'm not complaining. Obviously, we're talking because we're doing a review, but Raw was still dope. But there's still little things that I'm like, come on, man. Like, there's enough space and enough creativity and time. I think I worked out, like Raw's on every Monday. It's 12 hours of TV in a month, bro. You can't just be giving me Judgment Day. For the 12 hours, I'm getting 4 hours of Judgment Day. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you realize that, like, bit also.
But the story was quality.
Exactly. So we got this match. You knew that, like, Judgment Day were going to come out and try and distract Rey.
I love Judgment Day. I'm going to say it. I didn't at the beginning.
Nah, they are growing. They are growing, and the cameraman needs to stop shooting them from like lower angles though, because Finn looks tiny compared to the others. Like, Rhea is way bigger than him, bro. Nah, he's in shape all year round. He looks great.
Yeah. And all that. He's 42 as well.
Yeah. But like for people like Finn, they can't wear clothes in it. They have to have their top off, because you can't without him having his top off, you can't tell that he's got muscles in that.
He's just like a regular guy, don't he? If he's got a top on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you are right. The story of this match was great. Dominic and Rhea obviously doing their thing. You know what I mean? What do you think of this match? I thought the match was dope anyway, to be fair, Gable and Rey, but
it's Gable and Rey, isn't it? It's always going to be a good match. I've got a bit of an echo. I'm just going to come in and out.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me come in and out, and then I'll come back.
But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this match in the comment section. You had Rhea Ripley on the outside doing Rhea Ripley stuff, so obviously she was trolling Beth Phoenix a little bit. She had the Beth armband on, which was quite funny, almost like she's dead, but she isn't. They came out. Obviously, the only disappointing thing for me, well, not the only disappointing thing, but what was disappointing for me in this whole story was the fact that I know you can sell it that Edge isn't there because it's taking care of Beth, innit? So let's be honest, it's wrestling. So there's two ways about this. Edge comes out and attacks them, or Edge isn't there. He wasn't there. And the thing is, if all the stuff in the past didn't happen, I'm kind of bored of Edge and Judgment Day. I'm not bored of them separately, but like, okay, whatever. We should have got a video package from Edge, live from the hospital or something. So we like went next week when I come back, or I'm gonna get you or something like that. Just having it cold where like somebody beat the shit out of my missus in front of me. There's no way. Like, I'm just staying away. There's no way. And then you got Dominic screaming for his dad to hit him constantly, which is
this Dom thing, right?
Hit me! Hit me!
I weren't sure of Dominic Mysterio when he first left his dad. I thought his dad was protecting him quite a lot. Dom's, let's give credit to Dom. He's grown into himself, ain't he?
He's probably the biggest. He's the biggest proper heel in Raw.
Yeah, he's got proper heat. When he goes to talk, they don't want to.
It's so loud.
Proper heat, and it's not go away heat that they don't like. No, it's actually real heat. And the day that Rey hits him back, that the place is going to explode.
Yeah.
When Rey finally hits him back, it's great. This storytelling. If this was under Vince, I'd be a bit worried. But what Triple H is doing with it so far is, it's fantastic. I mean, it's your son. You know, I wouldn't want to hit my son. You know.
Yeah,
and
I would say
because he's getting bitch slapped at the moment.
I'm about to say that. I think the basis of the story is great. I think there's details in that what can make it better. So I would have had, because Rey doesn't need to be there every week. No. When Dominic first hit him, I'd have like Rey looking stressed at home somewhere, bro. I'd have him looking bro. Like I can't believe this because Rey's a family guy. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
Not long before that, we had Rey's anniversary, which was like a month before it. So I would have it down that route where like bring his mom and his sister back into it.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Does Dom right? This is the thing I think does it.
Go on then.
I think Dom hits his mum.
That's what I would do.
Right. I think if Triple H has got the balls to do it, because I know it's a man hitting a woman and they don't like that in WWE, but it's not real, remember, guys. But I think that's the thing that Dom hits his mum. I think they're going to try and do something where they do an intervention, you know, they love all that stuff, don't they? And try and get them together and all that, and it don't work. And Dom accidentally hits his mum or something happens.
Yeah, if they don't want to go too far with it, have him hit Aaliyah if it's easy.
Because if that would be me. If my son hit my wife, I'd be like, "Wait, you're a grown man.
That would be the
you're a grown man now. Let's go outside." You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the thing. I think because Rey will probably keep, you know, his son keep hitting him. He's probably going to just do what he's doing at the moment. But
that's the only time he's going to snap, really. Because if he's slapping you in the face week in, week out,
that's the way
you're not doing anything. Yeah, you either have to hit the mom, and if it's too much for TV, then make him hit Aaliyah on it, and he can do it on accident.
Yeah.
The easy way to do it is just have Rhea Ripley, when something's about to happen, just pull Aaliyah in front of her.
Yeah.
Simple. You know what I mean? And then Rhea can just get into Dom's mind and say, Rhea can just get into Dom's mind and say, listen, it was your sister's fault why she got hit. It wasn't your fault what you done. And then have Rey snap, bro. Because I'm here for I never want to put this on wrestlers because I'm not here trying to wish people's career away. And to be fair to Rey, this geezer can keep going for as long as he wants.
He's the greatest.
But whenever I don't know if he's got retirement coming up soon. If he did, surely you do the mask match. Surely.
You pass the mask over, don't you?
Yeah. And Dominic's just like, listen, if I beat you, you got to take that mask out and get the hell out of this company because you've been a shadow here ever since I've been trying. You keep trying to give me all these pointers and stuff. I don't need it. You chose the edge over me when I wanted to have a match at WrestleMania or wherever it was, SummerSlam. And then just keep going down that route. Simple.
I think Dom eventually becomes Rey Mysterio. So don't forget, Rey Mysterio is not his name. It was given to him by his uncle, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was Junior, innit? At the beginning of the war.
Because he wrestled for his uncle at 15, didn't
he? Yeah, Mexico.
They gave him eventually the mask and the name.
Yeah.
And I think once Dom turns good again, eventually, I think Rey will hand down the mask and the name of Dominic Mysterio, and he'd be the Rey Mysterio going future.
That's why I said they should have teased it. But I was saying this when they were like there was no heat between them, and then as soon as there was a little bit where like one of them would get in the way and the other one would lose the match, I was like, listen, you just have segments where Dom's excited to be with his dad, and he's like, yo, when am I getting my mask? And he's like, yo, son. And it's a real lucha history as well. It's like, no, you don't just get the mask. You got to earn it and all this business. He's trying to earn it. Then it's a year down the line since they've had the titles because Usos took it off them. It's like, yo, Dad, it's been a year and I've been in the company for half a year before that, and I still ain't got a mask. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And then you've got Edge coming out in his own lucha mask. How's this working?
Yeah, that is true.
Edge just came out with some devil.
Came out the mask. It's like.
Yeah, man. So Andrew says Nate Diaz teased the jump to double. Oh no,
I don't see Nate Diaz anywhere near.
Nate Diaz wouldn't know how to not make it real, bro, and he's gonna hurt some.
Plus, have you heard Nate Diaz speak? It ain't
horrible, bro. Nate Diaz speaking is absolutely horrible.
I sort of don't want to see Rey versus Dom Lowe in a match. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on
I don't know if I'm quite into the match. I love the story. I just think the pop's gonna be immense when Rey finally attacks.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I really hope Triple H's takeover event happens and makes it a main event. What does that mean? Like, does it mean like NXT takeover?
Well, the pay-per-views are quite
NXT-like.
I mean, Extreme Rules was a quality show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Halloween Havoc on the 22nd as well in NXT.
Yeah. I like NXT, by the way.
I ain't gonna lie. There's one thing I will say, and I love NXT, but
it's quirky.
Triple H, just take Halloween Havoc off them and put it on the main roster, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, because they're getting American bash and everything, bro. I'm like, hold on a minute, bro. They can't have all of these, bro. So one of them's got to go. Give us Halloween Havoc, man. Bo Dallas will be the Fiend. Liv will be Abigail the Witch.
Do you know?
I will say one thing, and Liv was the first ever person that everyone thought was going to be Abby. That was before.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was before Alexa, because she done something on Twitter. Remember, she what she was trying to tease her new character was matching what Bray was doing at the time, and then obviously they chose Alexa. And let's be honest, everyone tries to dog Alexa right now. Alexa was great with Bray. It's just that WWE messed it up and then made her like have superpowers and that, which
remember when character to Alexa.
Do you remember that thingy? We had a couple of Raws where like you'd be fighting Alexa, and then the lights would go purple, then she'd just be stronger than you. She'd beat Oscar like it twice.
That's when we had no fans, though, weren't it? They could do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I did like that though. There's some things when we didn't have no fans where they could change stuff without us noticing.
Yeah.
And he looked real still. So, no problem, Mets, man. Andrew, all these UFC fighters will probably go to WWE or something. Nah. It won't work like that, man.
Did you hear the story about this, though?
What?
So, UFC fighters think they can go to WWE. Not real. But they can't do the training because it's too hard on their bodies.
Yeah, it's too hard because they don't have to train like that.
No.
Very strange, man. Obviously, after Dominic got slapped up in that, I think that was Dominic gave Ray the 619 and he bust his face open, which was a lethal 619 still. But yeah, dumb for you, man. It's all like Rhea's there and she's just there like in his ear and that, bro. You know, if this was back in the day, she'd be a dominatrix on it. She'd have a whip and that. She'd be like, remember it wasn't the Basham brothers with that Shaniqua, was it?
Oh,
it wasn't it. It was Dog and Danny, brother, and that Shaniqua.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm not joking, bro.
Brothers,
everybody thinks of like the big stuff in WWE back in the day, like I missed the attitude. Bro, if you go watch the mid card stuff, that shit is funny, bro.
Yeah,
the Basham brothers and Shaniqua, she just had a whip. You had like, we had thingy.
I remember it now.
Yeah, remember we had thingy, Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo, man, and they were. Bro, that's a gay couple, that is, bro.
When Eric Bischoff tried to marry him. Yeah. And Billy Gunn was like, whoa.
That manager, was it Rico?
What Rico tried to marry him, that's right. Rico tried to marry him. And Chuck and Billy were like, whoa. Well, no, what's going on here? This ain't real.
Yeah. So obviously Ray left the state, he left after that looking sad, innit? With his heart. And then we had the rejoice of Judgment Day, all happy and stuff. Got in the ring. AJ Styles comes out. You could. I will say one thing in it. These motherfucking news people, man. Stop, man. Like I knew that. Yesterday,
on Twitter.
Yeah, even when I'm trying to ignore stuff, I see it and I'm like, clearly, I know what AJ's about to do now. But if I didn't know, it would have been dope, and the fans seem to love it. Now, Gallows and Anderson come out after AJ teases that he's going to join Judgment Day. It didn't even look right. AJ getting to one knee pretending. It looked stupid. So I knew that. Yeah. I'm happy for AJ because they've had nothing for him to do before. The club thing no one cares about because nobody watches New Japan. So half of the fans don't know what the hell's going on there.
No, it's just us.
So every time him and Finn keep talking about we're friends, everyone's looking like, but you're not, though, are you? And they're like, no. Japan, like, we never watched Japan. So yeah. I don't know what's going on there. I might say something. I just can't pretend any of people that I like and stuff like that. I don't care about Gallows and Anderson, bro.
I hear you.
I like them as people. Like I remember watching documentaries of them in Japan buying toys and that. And I
Mm.
like Anderson a lot more because he can wrestle.
Yeah.
Gallows can wrestle, bro. First of all, I can't take out my head that he was Fester back in the day. Then he was part of that like CM Punk Straight Edge Society and that, bro, where the girls shaved off her head.
He was good in that. It was good.
But he don't seem like, I know it's like because of life in it, so he's a bit stiff and that, but he walks all stiff. So I can't take him serious when he's beating people up. Apart from his uppercuts, which are pretty good. And then their finishing moves shit, bro. I don't care what anyone says. That was it, the Magic Killer.
The Magic Killer, yeah.
It's shit. So you're telling me that you pick someone up on your shoulders, and then one's got his feet on his shoulders, and then you turn them. So the other geezer's here for no reason, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
You know, like when another controversial thing. I used to think Dean Ambrose was a bit of a lazy wrestler, innit? I liked him though. I was a massive fan of him, but he's a lazy wrestler, bro. Like he does stuff. What if you didn't know wrestling was scripted? You'd be like, "This is fake." He didn't hit him.
Don't get me started on Dean Ambrose, John Moxley.
Okay, I'm glad you know. So
I can't stand the guy
because he's not lazy in AEW, and I think it's because he can hit properly in it.
He can blade. That's all he wants to do. He just
so when they used to do the triple powerbomb, the Shield, and he'd be in the middle.
He barely touched him.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you know. He was just there for no reason, bro. I used to sit there going up my mind like, is this just me, or is anyone noticing that like Roman and Seth are putting everything into it, and he's just got his hand on someone's back,
and then he just goes like that down with him. Like,
and I'm like, that
hand is making more impact.
But I'm like, this is not a triple power bomb. This is a double power bomb with one of them massaging the other one's back. That's exactly what it is, bro.
I'm gonna rub this spot before it hurts for you.
But yeah, man, we got Gallows and Anderson back. I'm happy for them.
I'll pop through it. I'll pop through it.
Yeah, I'm happy for them as people. I know they were doing their thing on Impact and all that stuff as well. Let's be honest, man. Triple H, I know you're not the financial dumb behind the company. So go speak to Nick Khan. Nick, just go buy Impact. Stop messing around because that is bro. I've been trying to watch Impact and that for the last year because what happens is they have they have some gems in there. Like they will have like 2 great matches every pay-per-view. Moose is over there. Mickie James is the best Mickie James she's ever been on Impact.
Looking great as well.
Looking great. She's going to be at Comic-Con next month. Her and Trish. I might go and see them.
Is there a better looking middle-aged woman on TV?
No. There's not. What, mate? She's serious, man. And like, she had a street fight 2 months ago. What I thought was incredible. But away from that, like I'm not making this up, by the way. They have about 24 fans.
I know it's terrible. Their production is awful.
You know, when everyone was like, "Oh, we're going to struggle with COVID," I'm like, "Impact's not. It looks the same."
Yeah. That's not because I was watching their is it Bound for Glory the other day?
Bound for Glory, yeah, I was watching it, man.
Decent show. Decent show,
bro. Just no fans.
And I was thinking, right, it's not. I know COVID's here, but you know, everyone's got full arenas now. When they go to start, and then I was reading about it, and it's like, no, that is their fan base. This is terrible.
Are you telling me
stars on this show? Matt Tarvin, Jordan Grace. You know, these people need to be on the bigger.
Jordan Grace is a problem, isn't she?
Oh, she has lost weight and gained muscle and looks fantastic.
I don't know what it is,
but she looks like a muscular Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, there's no one like her in wrestling at all.
No, she's fat. And her boyfriend, is it Jonathan Grisham?
Yeah.
Or her husband, Jonathan Grisham, ain't it?
I don't know about Jordan Grace though. I'm not like a weirdo in that. Every now and again she looks really good, and then every now and again she looks like
Miley Cyrus. Go look at Miley Cyrus and her. They look exactly the same. I like it. They got Matt Tarvin. I mean, Matt Tarvin was apparently at Raw last night.
He was.
I don't know if he's probably going to.
A fun fact about Jordan Grace, about 2 months ago, I was in a live stream. It's not a joke, bro. She shouted me out, and then I didn't know what the live stream was about. I just thought, bro, she was on there apologizing to Benoit's son, bro. I got off the live stream so quick, bro. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this, bro. Because basically she said some stuff about Chris on it. And they wanted her to apologize. She didn't really apologize though.
Apologize for what? He killed his family.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's because what's his son named David?
Yeah,
he's a decent kid, isn't he? Like he ain't done anything, but he looks exactly like his dad.
Yeah, he looks.
So for like people like Jericho and Chavo and that, they'll always still like speak about him, and there's not. Yeah, it's not the kid's fault. So if he was my friend, I'd still speak to the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously he's still around, isn't it? So she didn't say anything about David. about him. She was speaking about the dad. Somebody said something about wrestlers and that, and then she was like, I can't remember what the particular quote, but she's like, I hope he burns in hell, blah, 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 killing your kid, which you weren't wrong about.
Yeah, exactly.
But then someone, I think he replied or something like that. Then he jumped on. And she basically just said, like,
well, it's so soft, man.
You know when people apologize, but they don't apologize? She basically apologized for him seeing it. Not
Yeah. So we've got to apologize. This world we live in, we have to apologize now because people are getting offended over someone who killed his family.
My thing, I was like, that's like everyone telling David to apologize for his dad.
Yeah.
Which he shouldn't have to do.
No.
So
yeah, his fault, is it?
I will say, man, he's a nice kid in that, but that is the most unfortunate thing ever that he looks exactly
he
like
looks exactly like him. Not just
he doesn't look a little bit like him. Like if
his twin.
Bro, if you just saw him out, bro, you're like, yo, if I was him, never hit the gym for his whole life because it's gonna be problems.
No, just stay away from wrestling if I was him.
Yeah, because man are gonna think you're a ghost and that, bro. Like it's crazy still. Moving on from Gallows and Anderson, they started fighting the club. It was a good little segment, to be fair. I didn't mind it.
I'm looking forward to
have someone to fight.
And
to be fair, what I was more happy about was the fact that, like, I like the fact that, and you've noticed as well, week by week we're seeing more tag teams coming.
Yeah, tag teams.
And what it does is it makes it. This is why I think what's genius at the moment. I know it's happened on accident because of Vince, but while the Usos have that title, all the tag team divisions being built up, so when they lose it, we're gonna have great tag. We're gonna have just great tag team.
Yeah. There's just one team missing.
We know.
And now Triple H at the helm. They will be back. FTR.
Yeah.
Because FTR ain't exactly AEW, are they?
I know. I don't want to say it. I love Triple H and that, but Triple H snitch on Vince, bro.
Yeah, it's
something bro. I'm just
because as soon as Vince went, he's sort of undone everything Vince did, ain't he? It's like been sitting there all this time and thinking, right, you're talking to Steph. It's like, no, Steph, we love your dad. He's a great guy. He's getting older now, but
let me just say, if you build up something amazing, and then you nearly die, and then when you're recovering, every week you're just seeing your favorite Dons be
released. Yeah. He's like, and then Triple H is gone now. Let's destroy everything.
And then somebody knocks on your door with like a black suit with glasses. Don't say anything. Just drops off an envelope. You read it, and it's like, oh shit, Vince. I might have slipped this to Nick. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna say, Nick, have a look at this, bro. I'm not saying I'd do anything, but if I was you, Nick, I'd leak this to the press.
Do you think Vince thought that Triple H was going to die? Because that's why he died, destroying everything Triple H did. And because Triple H stayed alive, Vince was like, shite.
Bro,
I've done all this, but he's still here. And then
people tried to come at me, because at the time, obviously, you know what I was doing leading up to that Vince thing. I was trolling it. So I have my Vince t-shirt on every stream.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro, because no one proved anything to me to this day. But at the same time, leading up to that, I was saying to everyone, it was like, nah, Vince is never going. I'm like, you're not dumb. So Vince just came at WrestleMania all of a sudden to wrestle McAfee. This geezer knows that's how he knew about 6-7 weeks before that came out. Think of it. All of a sudden, after all of these WrestleManias, Vince decides to wrestle. He ain't wrestled since WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna come out and I'm gonna give.
I don't care. I love Vince McMahon. There you go. I've said it.
Oh, bro. The thing is, you can't be cancelled off this channel. That's just
I love Vince.
I wear my Vince t-shirt all the time.
Everyone here in the chat, you and me, we're all watching. We all like wrestling because of Vince McMahon.
I'd have no channel, bro.
That's not pretend.
At the end of the day,
the man with a bit senile towards the end.
The same, bro. At the end of the day, bro, we're all. We like. Listen, he got a couple blowjobs in it, and what, bro.
He's a man with extreme wealth and can do what he wants. He's not the only one with extreme wealth who does what they want.
I'm just saying, I know a few girls that would do it for free, and some of these got. All I know is 12 million went to about 5 girls for a couple blowjobs, bro. And and it was consensual.
Blowjob.
Remember, he never got done for anything where it was like illegal. Like it was all consensual. So I have to give you a consensual blowjob, and in about 10 years, I'm gonna receive 5 million. Nah, say no more, bro. Me and you, I mean, we're not going to get into it, but we already spoke about Weinstein and that, bro. I'm just saying, if I have to watch, what are you saying, I have to watch you toss off and I get a rolling scream?
Yeah, toss away. Toss away.
I was like, listen, Harvey, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying I'm not leaving the room yet.
Yeah.
So,
pretend I've left the room.
Just pretend I've left, and then we'll see what happens, man.
Pretend I've left. I'm not here. You get on. You get
on. Next match, we can skip past pretty fast than that. Bayley versus Mrs. Gargano, who's also a great wrestler, but at the same time, why did Bayley lose?
The Poison Pixie. This is one thing I will say. I don't understand why this was a match because both of these needed a win.
Yep.
This shouldn't have been a match.
Bayley shouldn't have wrestled tonight.
Just left Bayley not on. Bayley stay at home. And
what you're basically telling me is that you can be in a ladder match now, and then the day after it doesn't affect you because she was in the ladder match where Bianca was doing all this moves to her. She just came out regular, like nothing happened, and loses the match.
And then Bianca destroyed the whole of her group single-handedly. So that group's done.
Yeah, and then Bianca runs to the ring after retaining the title, and then she makes it halfway, knocks out Dakota, and then gets kicked in the head by Bayley anyway.
I was like, to the ring and sort of like strutted to the ring. It
was weird on it.
Yeah, she sort of went like this.
I think they can start annoying the fans pretty fast with this whole thing with all of these.
I'm done with Bianca, by the way.
Yeah, you got the Bianca thing, you got the Bayley buddies and that. No one cares. Like everyone in that group with Bayley are stronger on their own already. And I'm gonna say this one more time, WWE, because I know you scumbags watch this channel. Make a women's intercontinental title, bro. It's the simplest thing to do. It's the best thing you can do. You should have done it before the tag team titles, because not every woman on that roster should ever be a champion. It's a fact, bro. There's plenty of them that I'm like, you're a decent wrestler, you're good, but when I see you by the title, I'm like, nah, you should never have that title. And where is Carmella?
Yeah, I love Carmella.
They brought Jay.
I think she's having surgery. I think that's what I read.
She ain't. I seen her on Instagram dancing.
Well, I think she's having surgery.
Oh, okay. I'm saying, like, bro, tell me if you don't agree, it's fine, innit? You know when Carmella came back after being away for a long time with Reginald?
I love
she came back in the dress with the great entrance with the shadow thing.
Yeah.
The best Carmella there's been.
Yeah, I love Carmella.
You know how long she lasted? 7 weeks, because she fought Sasha, lost twice, and then all of a sudden she came back in trainers. Where's the high heels and the dress?
Yeah, I like Carmella.
Do you remember that she'd come out with Reggie?
Yeah,
he was like sommelier and that, aka slave, he's a butler, and then and then
that's been all over it.
And she'd come and sit at ringside while you're having a match, and then she'll pick up the champagne bottle, smash it over your head.
Yeah, I love Carmella. Carmella's actually really good in the ring as well. And
she's one of my favorites.
She's second generation. Her dad was a pro wrestler.
She's one of my favorites, bro.
Not like she's just a pretty face who was a cheerleader and has got into wrestling. She's always been around wrestling her whole life.
I agree.
No, I like Carmella. She's but I saying about I'm done with Bianca Belair's title reign.
Think everyone is.
I think she's a better chaser than she is champion.
It's because she does everything perfect in the ring, but her character has no character. And if you understand that, you understand what I'm saying.
Beautiful woman. She's a great athlete. She's actually got a good promo on her as well.
Yes. You know what problem she had? She's got the problem.
She's too good.
Yeah, she's got the problem that Liv Morgan had about 6 months ago, and I said she's great, but what is her character?
Yeah.
Like the music, she comes out to is like some psychopathic Joker music. But then she comes in the ring, and then when she gets a victory against a regular person, she starts crying. And I'm like,
I was thinking that because I've never really listened to her music properly. And when she came out at Extreme Rules, I was like, oh, her music's quite kind of like a.
It sounds like it belongs to Bray.
Creepy, psycho, horror-y type at the end, like the evil laugh and all that.
Yeah.
And then she comes out. Like,
exactly, bro.
I don't. So the character don't match the production that's given to her. So hopefully this darker character she's apparently going.
Exactly, because she was on she was dressed in like crazy colors before with the blue tongue with Riot Squad. Then she lost the way she dressed, but had the blue tongue still. Then she lost the blue tongue and then changed her music. Then she came out dressed as Black Cat, which she looked great, but she looked like Black Cat from Spider-Man, bro, like for ages.
Yeah, I mean, she's a fantastic looking woman.
She's great, man.
Well. I mean, look, and she's decent in the ring.
She's been the best over the last couple of months. She's got way better.
So like. I think a darker character will suit her because I think she's quite a good actress as well. So
Andrew ordered the 97 Kane mask. And okay, is it original though, or was it like a Halloween version? My friend Jake, is the biggest Kane fan on the planet. This is not even a joke, by the way. Like I'm talking about. If you ask him, if you ask him anything about Kane,
he
knows the answer to everything. And I'm talking about Glenn Jacobs as well. He knows everything about him. He's got a sleeve on his arm of all Kane, and he's got Kane, he's got Kane's mask made by the person who made Kane's mask, and then got Kane to sign it as well. He's a super fan, but his tattoo's sick. He's got
Kane's a great character.
He's got a bad blood tattoo of when he ripped the cage off.
Oh, wicked!
It's sick,
just a cage door in his hand, sort of thing.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll get him to send a picture. One of the times I put it on the channel.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Because I think everything in the tattoo is black and white, so the cage and everything, and then Kane's red. It looks sick.
Andrew might be right with that.
Ray versus Dom WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean, you kind of
6 months. 6 months more of story building. Though, is that too long?
Nah, because it'll be Christmas before you know it, and then there'll be Royal Rumble.
No, it's mad, ain't it? This year's.
You know what's gonna happen, bro? Like
Christmas advert last night.
Ray's gonna throw Dominic out the Rumble. So only time he's gonna touch him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andrew, I'll say you calling it is everyone's calling it, bro. It's not that it's not that detailed, bro. I love Hill Dominic, big up Donald.
Yeah.
Got a feeling Seth's next feud will be Solo Sikoa or Sami.
Well, he's gotta be a heel. So that's heel versus heel. He needs a face.
I think he'll keep it to people on Raw for a while, to be fair.
He needs to go against faces. It's Johnny Gargano, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think so as well. DX won't be the same without Billy Gunn last night. It's a shame.
This Billy Gunn stuff, right? I gotta say, I love Corey Graves' little dig at Billy Gunn on commentary. No one knows because
Corey Graves is hilarious.
What is it with Billy Gunn and gay stuff?
I don't know, bro.
Why is he scissoring men?
I'm an ass man.
I just don't get it. And now he calls himself Daddy Arse, don't he?
Yeah,
he's a married man with children. His son looks identical to him.
Yeah, he does, man. The gun club.
But he loves gay stuff. He really is.
He's funny, man. When I was at that Monopoly event, where MJF and that was, I swear to God, I was creasing. Yeah, somebody said in the crowd because there was if you want to just meet wrestlers and not be in a massive crowd, it's the best event to go to. It's not that much money and nobody turned up, so it's like Tugboat and that was just in the background, like with no fans there, bro.
Tugboat
and flipping Magnum PI and that. Yeah, but so somebody said something like because it was Road Dogg and Billy Gunn in the ring. This is why these two don't give a damn, bro. Because Road Dogg was backstage at WWE. He's in AEW. Rowan was there as well with Braun, and like somebody in the crowd asked Billy Gunn about being in shape. He said like you look good for your age, and he was like, you cheeky bitch. He said you don't even look good for your age, and you're how old are you? He's like, you're about 19. He's like, you fat as hell, bro. He's like, don't tell me I look good for my age. I look great, and it ain't for my age. I've always looked like this.
Yeah, bad face it, look.
And then MJF was just cooking everyone, and he was like, oh, what's that stupid accent you got? He's like, I've been walking around this shithole, and everyone's got this stupid accent. And he's like, what is it? Scouse? What Scouse? He's like, you stupid. I'm like, bruv. I'm like, of all the places to be dissing people about their culture, that is not Liverpool's not the place, bro.
I do love MJF.
MJF's a G, man. Big up Conway, bro.
Conway, man.
Every time. Jamie, how can you not like John Moxley?
Can I just say,
Donald versus Jamie, let's go. No holds barred.
With John Moxley, look, I do like him, right? He does bitch and moan a lot for a grown man.
He does.
And I think he's great in AEW. And John Moxley, the version of John Moxley to Dean Ambrose, John Moxley is better. There's no doubt about it. But the only difference, I don't think they're different. Like his wrestling in AEW ain't different to what he did in WWE's match type. But what he loves to do, I just see what John Moxley loves to do is blade. He just loves to blade and swear. And because he couldn't do that in WWE, he went to AEW to do it. And I just don't. He's great and all that. I don't know how long the longevity of a John Moxley is. I mean, he signed a new contract for 5 years, and basically, I think he's very one-dimensional, John Moxley. And I think what you see is just what you get, and that's it. There's no depth to his character, and I don't know how 5 years more. I think it's quite a strange contract that he signed for till 2027. To be fair to stay at
AEW as well, man. They give everything too soon, didn't they? Yeah. It's like they run. It's like they used every idea what people have in wrestling, and they used it in the first 2 years of the AEW. So like now, any match what has anything to do with a weapon or a cage match, I'm just like, you do this every day on a regular Dynamite or a regular Rampage.
I saw a normal Dynamite the other week with the geezer with the painted faces with Sting, little fella, skateboarder.
Oh, Darby Allin.
Yeah, and he had a coffin match with somebody, and apparently it's the first time they've ever fought. I'm like, so why are they having a gimmick match straight away?
Mate, I watched some match on.
It was him and Jeff Hardy. They had a coffin match. It's their first ever match, and for some reason, it's a gimmick match.
And then they had that match where him and Jeff was in that ladder match, and it's flipping the biggest ladder you've ever seen in your life, and then he just dived off it. He just dived. He just dived off it, and then the week after, Jeff got done for drink driving. I'm like, yeah, no shit, he was drunk. He's in pain, bro. You talking about?
I just don't get it, and I think
he dived off it and landed through about 18 chairs, bro.
Yeah, and Tony Khan, he's not an owner of a wrestling.
It's because it's a business, and he books everything as like a 12-year-old would.
Yeah, he
literally books everything. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you ask me as a 12-year-old, what match do you want to see? And I'll go, yeah, you give me Jeff versus Darby Allin. I want to see what do you want to do? Get the biggest ladder you can get. And I'm like, what about their health and safety? I'm 12, bitch. I don't care about the health and safety. But this man's not 12. He's nearly 50. And he's so... I don't know, man.
And then Andrade and that, I mean, when you see...
Andrade's going to turn up with Charlotte. You watch me, bro.
When you see Andrade and Sammy Garvia, I don't like this Sammy kid. I think he's
he winds everyone up in it.
I think he's an actual numpty, and I can't believe he hasn't actually been done by Tony in AEW. Yeah. But when you get told that these two actually hate each other, and if they meet on Wednesday night, they go punch each other up,
you cancel the match.
Tony Khan should have called him and said, "You two don't come into work today." Simple as that. Don't come into work today.
You cancel that match so quick, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's just what you're doing. This is not ownership. This is not being a boss. You've just been a bum.
We'll see, man. But I'm just saying, like, when you hear Charlotte's music next time, bro, it might have a bit of a Mexican vibe to it, bro.
And he's coming back. Look,
that's an actual husband now. It's not like they're not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. So
now Triple H is in charge of WWE, because let's face it, he might not be the CEO, but the man's in charge, ain't he? Nick Khan and Steph are doing behind back. Triple H.
Listen, Triple H is in charge for all the stuff that we fans care about. I don't give a damn about your global ratings.
And it's not just us either. It's the wrestlers that left WWE in the first place. Sort of.
Oh, come on. Look,
people in AEW want to go back now, and two of them have not making no bones about it. They just, I wouldn't be surprised if Rusev's next either.
Rusev
and Lana will be back soon.
Hey, Rusev Day was the most over thing before he left.
And Triple H would have made something of Rusev Day as well.
Yeah,
I mean, he would have gone with it, but Vince only does what Vince does.
Moving on for the latest match, we had this segment. Listen, I said it. I think I said it earlier. I was talking about Sami Zayn and the Miz, how they're like proper company guys, and they put everything out for them. Even if they end up looking stupid, they don't care. And I ain't want to speak about next man's wife and that, but I love Maurice. Anyway.
Miz is quality. Let's not underestimate Miz.
This is the next segment.
This is awesome. It was great. I enjoyed it.
Look at the calves on Maurice. I'm saying. If I speak, I'm in trouble, in the words of the great man.
Miz is a good-looking guy, but he hit the jackpot, didn't he? That's what it is.
Oh, no, and he got it early as well on the Diva side.
Yeah, he didn't mess about. He's seen her for years. He got straight in now.
I don't even know. Someone will have to let me know how old Maurice is now. But
she's got to be 40, ain't she?
She's just getting better.
She's in like,
and she had 2 kids in the last 4 years.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you? But the Miz. Look, I know the Miz gets a lot of fans.
No, I love that the Miz's house. What you see on the reality shows is real house. I don't know why I love that so much, because he's just like,
he's got a man.
He really lives like a Hollywood star, bro.
Yeah, the man's amazing. I like the Miz.
I love the Miz, man.
I think he comes in for a lot of unnecessary stick. Yes, he's a safe worker, but look, he's a great company man. You ask him to do something, he'll do it.
Great, man.
And he'll do it to the best of his ability as well. He won't half-arse anything.
Yeah.
Do it to the best of his ability. He's very his comedy timing's good.
Perfect.
I think this Dexter Lumis thing needs to end.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know where we're going with it. It's the same thing.
It not only does it need to end, you just need to give us the damn reason of why he's bothering you so much. And where is the guy that tried to rob AJ Styles and take him away? Where is he?
That's gone. But it's like Shawn Michaels said, though. Shawn Michaels sort of like in backstage, didn't he? Said to me, "Is like Dexter's chose you for a reason."
Yeah.
He doesn't go after anybody. So,
True.
so they go have their match next week, ain't they? So,
although we'll say
needs to end.
Shawn Michaels right, he doesn't. But then at the same time, I watched him go after Adam Cole for no damn reason and Velveteen Dream for no reason.
Yeah. The
and also,
Dream one was weird.
This is the killer. I know, like casual fans won't care, but when you think about it, what do you mean, Road Dogg and Shawn Michaels? You have a match next week, and if you beat him, he has to leave, and if he wins, he gets a contract. So why is he trespassing? So what you're telling me is that any fan can jump over the barricade every week and try kidnap one of you guys, bro.
So he's committing crime week out.
Do you remember the first week he did it? And they said they didn't, and all the commentators didn't say his name. There's like, I don't know who he is. He must be a crazed fan. The week after, Dexter Lumis comes out. I'm like, so what? The police sent a report to WWE and gave you his name.
They should have kept it a bit more of a mystique for a while.
They should have, and they probably should have had it like he shouldn't have been every week at it. He shouldn't have been every week because now it feels like all you're doing is taking the spot. What thing you used to have the 24/7 title, which I'm glad that's not there. At the same time, bring back R-Truth because Sami Zayn, Miz, and R-Truth, those guys do anything for the company. Anything, bro.
R-Truth's a G, man.
Definitely, man.
He's WWE for life, ain't he? That
man. Bro, he's and that's another guy who doesn't age.
So. And he's like 53.
Yeah, he is.
And he looks amazing. Great guy. Great guy.
I have to say, I don't know why I find you'll know this part of the segment, but I find it hilarious. Why did the Miz kick Maurice into the cake, bro? And it didn't even make it look like he bumped into her. He literally put his foot on her ass and kicked her into the cake.
I think she was meant to be a lot closer to him.
She was. But the thing is, the first time
he missed her the first time, didn't he?
He bumped her and then she missed the cake, innit?
Yeah.
And then she got back up. And I'm just like, what?
Bro, proper
he just booted her.
He proper booted her.
Oh, bro.
But the Dexter character's overload. That's the thing. And like, they told him to eat the cake at the end and he got a pop for it.
Mate, for all you fans out there, well, for the people who are like a bit selfish and only want what they want, you have to appreciate some of these wrestlers for what they're doing. Stop thinking that they're doing nothing, bro. Because imagine turning up to work and then like what you got to do today is like, yeah, I got my missus got to put. My missus came in looking beautiful, dressed up, and she got to put a whole face in a cake. Yeah, and you know how women are about the way they look as well.
Yeah.
She's not even part of the roster anymore properly.
No.
Hey, big up Maurice for that, man. This is a G. I said at the beginning of this stream, I don't know if you've seen, I'm not talking about this match. Not because I got any problem with anyone, but what's the point? I must kill a couple people, and that was the end of that.
I don't know what they're doing. Apparently, what I've heard is they're doing a Moss Goldberg.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. I said that at the beginning of the stream.
But I don't want to see that because Goldberg's like 87.
He's going to win, and he's going to try and pick him up for a jackhammer and die.
Yeah.
If you can't pick Undertaker up for it properly, what makes you think you can pick somebody a foot bigger than the Undertaker up?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
I'll go at him. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I should have said earlier. Why? I know I'm trying to give all these ideas and I guess that because Paul Heyman, because MVP's there, I get why it maybe wouldn't work. But why is Moss just not the bodyguard to Austin Theory while he's got that briefcase?
It makes sense. He's a bodyguard type superstar at the moment. Yeah. He shouldn't be in the ring. The only thing I liked about this match was that DX were trying to rile up the two geezers behind the scenes.
Funny, bro.
And I thought that was hilarious because
they
actually got a bit of like the talk a little bit and show.
I saw people saying online.
I thought that was hilarious.
It was like, this is what I'm fed up with these people, man. Oh, I'm fed up with this cheesy DX thing, but I'm like, bro.
The DX stuff, I was in stitches.
It was hilarious.
Segment.
It was hilarious, bro.
Your chicken. I was.
Then he went to Triple H. Go on, grab your cock, then.
I was in bits, and the USA Network were like, "What are they doing?"
I loved it. I loved it. Even the way they kept bleeping stuff out, and then Triple H ended up swearing himself.
Yeah, Triple H, you can't say this on this network. You can't say that.
Dads,
you can't do this. And then they just started bleeping and swearing. It was just
X-Pac. Yeah, X-Pac when I was a kid was one of my favorites, isn't it? Like just in general. As they all got older and they do all these appearances and that, I don't know why this happens. Because even when he comes out with NWO as what was it, 6?
Yeah,
6. Nobody give a damn about 6 in NWO. No. And I'm like, this guy is hung on to like all these different groups. But as they're all older and they're there, it looks like he shouldn't be there every time. Like, I don't know what.
I know what you mean.
It's probably because I'm used to seeing X-Pac with the bandana and the long hair in it. So this like side of the head shaved X-Pac, I was like,
big up to X-Pac though, Sean Waltman, because he has turned his whole life around. If anyone knows the story of
I'm
him,
proud of him for that, man.
Man almost died. So
yeah, he's a G man, and he made One Night in China, but we don't have to talk about that.
Go Google it, guys. Oh, big up for them mentioning China.
Yep.
Because Vince never allowed it.
Nah.
And they mentioned it.
My hope is, my biggest hope for this is that they put her in the Hall of Fame on her own.
I think we will now under Triple H.
Yeah, because she's in there part as DX, but like it doesn't. That's not the same. They can't have all these other women having Hall of Fames and that. Like even like
what women can do, didn't she?
Yeah, because I'm kind of like I know that people think that I'm over the top and being too nice to people, but wrestling's not football and it's not NFL and it's not basketball, so it's a specialist kind of thing when you get a Hall of Fame. And I know everyone's like, what did they do in the ring? And I'm like, bro, it's not about that. You know what I mean? Some people done stuff. Like, there's bare women that I'm just like, Vince just made them be in bikinis every week and that. The least they can get is some Hall of Fame shout out and that. So that's why I wasn't bothered when Tori Wilson got put in there. Somebody said in my chat last year, they said, why are the Bellas going in there? Why are the Bellas going in there? What are you talking about?
They did a lot for the company, to be fair.
And Nikki before flipping Charlotte was she was the longest reigning ever champion. Nah, man, stop.
Everyone's got to stop. It's a WWE thing, not a whole wrestling thing.
Yeah.
So for WWE in its own, the Bellas did a lot for the company.
If you watch a video of Talk Is Jericho about 4 years ago, they asked him about the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. It was the year before he left to go AEW. And the rant he caught on the fans, bro, he's like, who are these motherfuckers think they are, telling people that you don't deserve it or you do deserve it? You've been in that ring yourself. It's like everyone deserves to go in there. Who goes in there is what it is. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger's in there, Snoop Dogg's in there, so I think all these wrestlers can be in there.
Yeah.
Freaking William Shatner. The celebrity part is stupid. They give him that.
I don't really like the celebrity part.
That's there for no reason. That's there for no reason.
I mean, I don't know why they did it, but is Bob Barker in there? Because he should be.
Yeah, he is.
Because he was the best GM ever, let's face it.
Moving on from that, which will end up being the biggest talking point of the night, I guess. We had Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins. So Bobby comes out. I knew he was going to lose just because I watched. He had one of them YouTube interviews with Kathy Kelly before the show, and I could tell that he was talking too much. And then he bumped into Aaliyah. Well done for bringing back Kathy Kelly, legend. Now, I was fine with all this stuff. The only thing what they've done, don't telegraph the fact that why did he bring up? I beat this geezer. I beat Roman. I beat Brock. I'm like, why would
you mentioned Brock? And they mentioned Brock, I think, last week on telly as well.
Yeah.
And when you mention people, that means they're coming back. Because
bro, honestly, luckily for me, luckily for me, it was straight after that he came out. Because if you mention that at the beginning of the night, I'll be like, Brock's coming. After about 2 minutes of thinking, I'm like, Brock's gonna come. And so he mentions that.
I love Brock.
And then he says Seth thinks he can come out and just challenge me for a title. And then Brock's music goes off, and I popped when he just said, "Hey, Bobby." Because he sounded like Dusty Rhodes, bro, and I was in tears.
I don't know if he did it on purpose, but I love Brock Lesnar. I don't care what anyone says.
I love him. It doesn't matter what you say to me about Brock. He can leave now and come, and then he can return in 2 weeks.
He's an elite superstar. Yeah. I don't think people realise this. An elite superstar. And right, Bobby Lashley's a big man. Yeah. Did you see how small Bobby looked on Brock's shoulders?
He picked him up for that F5 so quick, bro.
That's how big Brock is. Brock is a massive human being. Yes, he might not look as chiseled as Lashley, but my God, he had Lashley on his shoulders. Lashley looked like a cruiserweight. Brock Lesnar is just...
Brock is a serious guy.
It's just... I can't... I'm not actually forward for that match because I've been wanting to see these two have a proper match for a long time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. And Brock F5s him, then he gives him a German. Then the fans are scumbags, of course, and they say one more time every time.
They're in New York, what do you expect, man?
He gives him another one. And then he slaps him in the Kimura lock for no reason. No reason. And there's no referees or security out there to calm it down. So I'm like, Brock gonna break this guy's arm, bro.
Like Brock's... I know they've both done MMA.
Yeah.
But Brock's elite.
Yeah, so he messes him up, man. And then obviously... he leaves the ring. Seth comes out, got to promo on him before he even fights him.
I love Seth. I'm glad Seth's a champion. I
can't lie, bro. That Seth interview, bits of it made me a bit sad, man. Because I was like, what do you mean you're never going to be on the level as Roman, bro? What are you talking about, bro? It's not the truth, bro. You're just different characters. Like, Seth's forgetting that how over he was when he won at WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, Seth just don't believe. He said it looks like he don't believe.
You don't believe it, innit?
Look, I've been saying he's been doing some great work.
He's incredible, man.
And he deserves that title. And the Bobby run, I can see
he beat everyone though, Bobby. To be fair,
I can see what Triple H was trying to do. Triple H is trying to make the US title mean something. And it does. It is like the workman's title. It is but I think too much emphasis was put on the belt and not Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
champion, because Bobby weren't doing anything. He was just coming out, having his match, and going home.
You know what happened? Then there was weeks what went by where like Bobby wasn't there. So I'm like, somebody like Bobby, you need him there every week, but he doesn't have to fight every week, but you need him there. So I was having like 2 weeks off without Bobby. Then he'd come back, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I think is it's a theory of mine, but I don't think as a wrestling fan you should ever be able to say who's the champion again, because it means it's failing straight away. And I remember when you'll get this. Remember last year from the beginning of the year when there was that stage where like Cesaro, Nakamura, and Sami all won the title together. They were in a group. And then Nakamura had it. And then Sami had it and he lost it. And for the whole year, you'd always have to go, who's the Intercontinental title champion again? That didn't happen when I was growing up, bro. Because that title was as big as the WWE title. They made it like that. So
it's the workman's title, wasn't it?
That's why I've always said to everyone, the last great champion we had was The Miz. It was, bro.
Oh, do you remember the Miz and Ziggler story?
That's what I'm saying. He had the white strap on it. Dolph Ziggler was like, if I lose, I'll leave the company. Then he had the Daniel Bryan storyline as well. Then he was the champion at Raw 25 when DX came out last time, remember?
Yeah.
And it was DX the club. Oh yeah, kind of the same as it was tonight, to be fair. I just realised that, man. But they put it in the old arena, didn't they? In the small arena. Yeah. And the Miz was like, he was at the main arena, then he ran across to the other one. Then they all beat him up.
Yeah, the Manhattan Center, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I loved it because he'd come out the Jeep with the tinted windows and that, and he'd come out in his suit, and then the Miz was like, yo, the most must-see, blah, blah, blah. And it's like the Intercontinental title tour is still on its way on 300 and whatever days. You have to keep it like that. Now, obviously, the big man's got the title at the moment, so I'm here for it.
Amazing work. Amazing work.
Incredible match.
I'll give it to H. Oh, him and Sheamus.
Incredible.
I could talk about him for weeks.
They've had... The whole thing's been great. The whole thing's been great so far.
Banger after banger after banger, as they say.
I'm not joking.
I could watch them wrestle every week. I don't care.
If normally, like, it's gonna end in it, and they're not gonna fight each other for a bit. Just give them the last match at Crown Jewel if you want. If you want Crown Jewel to be amazing, just give them the last match there. Pull it in a Hell in a Cell so Imperium can't get involved and the Sneaky Blinders can't get involved.
Sheamus is obviously going to win the title eventually. I would have thought.
It's dope, man.
But
Sheamus is dope, bro.
Do you just hold this off till Mania?
If you can.
Sheamus and Gunther at Mania.
Okay, I'll tell you how to do it, yeah. If you're going to hold it off, then what you have to do is you have to stop. Yeah, you have to stop him fighting now. Yeah. And then you have to have Sheamus knock him out the Royal Rumble. But Gunther has to be one of the last men, though. So he has to be in the top 6. So it means something. Because if you knock him out early, it's like, why would I care? I've got the Intercontinental title.
Gunther's got to be WWE champion one
day. But if you knock him out where it's like he's got a chance to win this Rumble with 4 people left and still Intercontinental, that means he'll be double champion.
Yeah.
And then knock him out. And then that way, Gunther's like, listen, I've had enough of you, blah, blah. And then, which they don't do often anymore, they can literally say in January, okay, one more match, we'll fight at the WrestleMania. And just say, because Sheamus ain't beat him yet, has he?
No, not one.
So what he'll just say is like, okay, I respect you as a person. Give me a chance to train properly, and I will fight you at WrestleMania. And if you beat me, I'll never ask for a title shot again.
Yeah, that's Cowboy way. It's Cowboy. They've got to do it on a big stage because it's too good. And Sheamus is like, and I love the whole of Brawling Brutes.
Holland, I love it.
They're just, and they've made them faces now, ain't they? Because the crowd have basically made it that way.
Yeah, Pete's proper over, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, I know. They're all tremendous.
Because as soon as he starts doing that thing when he's ready to beat people up and that, they start screaming.
Yeah,
but yeah, man.
That over on SmackDown is just quality, man.
But yeah, we get the end of this match, Seth and Lashley that kicks off. And to be fair to Bobby Lashley, they keep him looking strong because he holds his own with one arm, spears, runs into a pedigree first, which is hilarious. That's the first thing he runs into.
That was a great spot, though. I've got to say. That was a very good spot.
I literally thought with that pedigree, he was going to lose to it. I was like, he's going to lose in 4 seconds, bro. But they didn't do that.
He lost. They made him look strong.
And then Seth decided to. This is funny. After we curb stomped him a few times, he decided to do the before he did the last one.
The last one was sick as well.
Yeah. The thing is, yeah, I know loads of people don't like it, and I kind of don't, but I have to. I know that like he's a heel, so you don't really want the fans to be on your side like that, but I can't help it, Stoke. It's just like with Roman and Acknowledge Me. The fans can't help it, bro. Sometimes people are just your favourites.
Yeah, only when the Roman thing, they acknowledge him, right?
Yeah, then they boo him after.
Straight after.
Yeah.
And that's why it should be.
It's because they want to be a part of it. Because even when Austin brought the What in, when he done the invasion angle and they were saying What, they were still happy to say it.
Yeah.
So
just go for it. And the same with Seth, just let Seth be. He's doing the
exactly.
The work of his life at the moment, probably.
Get to the comment section quickly and then we'll speak about DX right at the end. Where was the last one? Is there one AEW wrestler I'd like to see in WWE? Darby Allin. The guy is absolutely crazy. Imagine Darby Allin versus Seth or Bray.
Darby Allin would get lost in WWE.
Can I just be honest? Yeah,
I don't like Darby Allin.
There's people that I like, but I like them in AEW. I don't want them to be anywhere else because some people can't move on. Like he is a proper indie style wrestler who throws himself around a lot, and I'm like, you put him against one of
he's 5'5", nothing of him.
Well, Booker T made a point before, and everyone came after him, and I backed him online on it because Booker T is my guy. When he said that Adam Cole was small for a wrestler, he said that like his and everyone said that Booker T is body shaming. Booker T is like, I'm not body shaming, but he keeps getting injured, and he doesn't have much muscle. He's like, and it's true, bro. Forget that you know who Adam Cole is. There's no way, no possibility on this planet that if he walks next to you in a shop, you think he's any kind of athlete, bro. No way.
Oh no, it's the airport thing. What is it? He
looks like he works in HMV.
Yeah, it's the airport thing, ain't it? You know, when someone walks past you and they're like 6'4" and they're 270 pounds, you're like, that guy is something. You know, that's somebody. Adam Cole walks past you, he's 5'7", 100.
Exactly.
It's just, I'm not going to recognise Adam Cole if he walks past me in the airport.
Never, bro.
I mean, because he just looks like everyone else, and that's the thing with wrestling. I don't know if you saw the Jimmy Smith thing on Twitter yesterday when they had to talk about what he meant by the Roman Reigns thing. Saying not a fighter, but it's all about look.
Yep.
So Roman Reigns. So they're saying, because they were saying DC versus Brock, but in wrestling terms, in WWE, that wouldn't look good because DC's got a gut.
Yeah.
And looks out of shape, and Brock looks like this Viking warrior.
I agree with you.
Originally, it wouldn't look right on TV in wrestling. And I think sometimes with Adam Cole, what's weird with Adam Cole, he's very skinny with no muscle, but he gets a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
I agree with you though, because DC is he's not like, you'll know what I mean with this. He's not Samoa Joe fat, is he? He's fat. So like Samoa Joe's clearly fat, but like when he's got his top off and he's fighting, it's believable that he'll beat you up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you seen when I done my live stream and that when Cormier came out, I'm like, oh shit, he actually does look like a fat ref.
He just looks like a fat ref. Like the difference is Samoa Joe is big, he's fat, but he doesn't look out of shape, if that makes sense. He doesn't but DC looks complete. DC, he looked winded by the time he got to the ring.
He can't do it, bro.
He looked winded. I was like, I know DC's never been that body, has he? He's always been a big boy. But I was like, geez, I know you're retired, man, but Jesus Christ, you know, maybe put the cookies down for a little bit.
I find it hilarious, man, because like because he had his ref top tucked into his trousers and that.
Yeah,
like,
that looked bad.
Nothing about because obviously, again, all them casual fans, if they missed Raw before when he said he was going to be a ref and he had the UFC title behind him, they'll be like, who the hell's this guy?
Who's this fat man coming down to the ring? And I can tell you right now, if Vince saw his body, he wouldn't have been on telly.
Nah. That's one thing I can't lie, bro. I don't give a damn what anyone says. I agree with Vince, bro. It is what it is.
That he wouldn't have been on telly.
Yeah.
Vince is, it is true. You know,
And Vince practiced what he preaches, bro, because Vince has been hench his whole life, bro.
Yeah, and when you're a kid, and you're seeing Hulk Hogan on your TV and the Ultimate Warrior, you actually think these are superheroes.
Yeah.
You think they're immortal, they're not real people.
And if I'm honest, without being disrespectful to all these wrestlers and that, there's very little of these wrestlers that I would have been 5-year-olds looking up to going, I can't wait to be him.
No,
because remember, I thought, this is what kids would think though. When I was a kid, I thought that Shawn Michaels was small. I'm being serious, because compared to all the other wrestlers, remember Bret Hart was big, but he wasn't one of the massive ones, isn't it? But he was still bigger.
Big men, yeah.
Yeah, but he's still bigger than Shawn. So for me, Shawn was a small wrestler, and all the other guys were big dudes and that. And then as I got older, I'm like, oh, Shawn was pretty big as well. I didn't even notice. So can you imagine like them like back then? Like he'd be like Jamie Noble and that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you met Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart in real life and they stood next to you, that's a 230-pound man standing next to you. That's a big man.
Big up Nydia. Remember Jamie Noble used to come out with Nydia?
Yeah, Nydia. Jesus Christ. She was a bit, yeah.
Yeah, man. Morris says, I can't imagine John Moxley in AEW for another 5 years. It's a shame, though, if it happened, because it would have been good to see Shield reunion one more time with all their current gimmicks. Oh, with the current gimmicks is a bit of a thing. I don't want to see him in Shield gear again, but
I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes things should just be left in it. Like,
yeah, I think Shield's done that.
Because the Shield has been, every time they returned together, it got watered down bit by bit, and then all of a sudden it ended up like the last one. Apart from the fact that the last one was weird as well, because obviously Roman, I think he turned heel, and then Roman came out and announced his cancer, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, this is some insensitive shit going on tonight, bro.
I know you want to be heel, but this is not the time.
You hold on a minute. So Roman opens the show. He says he got cancer, he's got to leave. You like come out at the top of the ramp crying, hug him, and then at the end of the night, Dean kicks the shit out of Seth. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that wasn't a swerve. That was just stupid.
Yeah, that was bad booking.
And that was the beginning of the end for Dean, because everything after that he hated, which I don't blame him.
Yeah,
telling him to reject his ass.
He came out like pain and shit like that.
Yeah, very weird. Sting is crazy as well. He's 63 or still jumping off. Mate, jumping off.
Sting will die. I'll tell you
jumping off the top rope isn't crazy, bro. It's just the top rope, bro.
Sting is Ric Flair. Sting and Ric Flair are both the same.
Ric Flair's because I don't know if you've seen Ric Flair's tweet the other day.
Ric Flair's messed up, man. He just
won't stop. He done all that retirement and that, and then he tweeted the other day,
I won't happy with it.
He's like, I'm never retiring. I'm like, whoa.
So what was all that gimmick about? I just love Ric Flair.
You made us sit through all of that. Bro, you sat through all of that, watched you die 3 times in the ring and then pass out after. And then you're talking about, bro, if he doesn't die in the ring, he's gonna die from bleeding too much, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Ric Flair can stop being Ric Flair. He lived it for so long now.
Exactly. We need Keith Lee, Leo Rush back in AEW. Leo Rush is I speak to Leo Rush personally, and his contract with AEW is not a proper contract, so
he's free to come back anytime.
Put him back in Bobby Lashley, man. That shit was hilarious to me.
As soon as Keith Lee's contract's up, he's gone. He's going back. Don't worry about
it. And I think it helps Fingy as well, because Mia Yim is like, she's in Impact and that, but she didn't get a chance.
Contract's done, ain't it?
Yeah, she didn't get a chance in WWE. She was on NXT, and then you remember that was the weirdest one, Mia Yim, because they brought her up from NXT and never brought her on the show. Then kept saying Mia Yim's coming next week, and then released her.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Dexter Lumis looks like a serial killer and a kidnapper in WWE. Imagine being in the ring with Dexter face would give you nightmares. He's hilarious because he doesn't speak, man. I wonder if they're gonna bring Indy Hartwell up. I wonder.
I just love that wedding of him and Indy Hartwell is my favorite ever. He's just like.
Do you remember the stag do before that?
Yeah, the stag do was hilarious.
Stag do was funny, bro.
And then the honeymoon with the extra large condom.
Yeah, because
Trojan.
The stag do, everyone was dressed as him, and it with the one glove.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
R-Truth inducts Cena into the Hall of Fame in a few years. I can just see it now. R-Truth with little Jimmy.
I think R-Truth will be the one that inducts him as well.
Oh, man, that's hilarious, man. The fact that he's still to this day, like when John Cena turned it over there, it's like, you're my childhood hero. And I'm like, what?
10 years older than him.
R-Truth is like, this man is if with great writing, you can do anything, yeah. And people love a hero story, i.e. like Sami Zayn, R-Truth and that. And it doesn't have to be the WWE title. But you're telling me you can't get R-Truth to go win an Intercontinental title or something and just have it for a while.
Yeah.
Put him in one of them matches where, like, you know, when them matches what he always does when he turns up and he shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Have him win. Have him run around with it for like 6 weeks, and then when Triple H comes back on holiday, he goes, "What? You didn't win that title match, bro. Like, you wasn't involved in it. We didn't sign a contract. You're not part of it. That's standard, bro. That's standard stuff." He's a G, though.
I love R-Truth.
I called it. I knew Seth was going to win, and Brock was going to return for Bobby. Yeah, man. Big up Gary. One always said Brock would win. It's Bobby. Hey. Listen. He's better than Bobby in that, but to be fair, Bobby weren't ready to fight him. He was ready to fight Seth.
It's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good match.
Gary loved the DX segment. What the hell just happened to my comment section then? I would love to see Darby Allin in WWE. It's another person saying it, not me, bro.
Am I the only one who don't get the Darby Allin thing?
I know. Christian, hey, man, listen, be respectful, bro. Britt Baker's an absolute legend.
Britt Baker's the only good woman in that company. Apart from Serena. Serena, is it Serena? What's her name? Serena. She's great. She's fantastic. She's great. But apart from them two, Saraya.
I like Statlander as well. Hold on a minute. What the hell did you say? Hold on a minute. I'm not tripping. That's Adam Cole's missus, bro.
Yeah, Britt Baker.
No, but I just realised what comment Gary put up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. That's another man's missus, bro. We can't do that.
No. Britt Baker.
These is a top flip sake, man. It'll mash you up, though.
It will mess everyone up.
He looks at Cameron to do that again, bro. He was. What is going on here, bro? This all sounds a bit weird.
Oh, he said David Boyle was a brick. He was massive.
Oh, Ric Flair should quit. Hey, man, you can't tell Ric Flair when to quit. He just does what he wants, isn't it? But Gary came in with like 9 comments back to back. One comment.
Yeah. I don't think Jericho's coming back.
He's not coming back. You can tell from when I watch him on the True Geordie podcast. You can tell that he's not coming back.
Yeah, even under. I think he would have come back if Vince was still in charge. I don't think him and Triple H get on.
He'll come back for the Hall of Fame because he doesn't give a shit. Because that's why he turned up on that's why he turned up on Austin's podcast and did not care, bro. I tell you what, man. Austin, please, bro. I know it's hard. Can you get The Rock on there, bro? Rock and Austin, give us a 3-hour podcast, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
And I want unfiltered Rock as well, man. Don't give me Holly. Don't give me The Rock.
Did you watch the new Rock show, The Territories?
Yeah.
I watched the first one, Memphis. That's mad.
Yeah, dope, man. So I meant that for Chelsea Green, but she was Zack Ryder. Yeah. Zack Ryder's not pussy either, so he's making me laugh here because he's went and won every title on the indie circuit, every single one of them.
Yeah. He'll be back. He'll be back soon as well.
He'll be back.
But have you seen Chelsea Green? Jesus Christ.
Talk to me about Chelsea. What you thinking, bro?
Oh, man. I watched an independent show. She actually got them out. I was like, what? This is ridiculous.
Okay. It's mad that you said that, innit? Because there's clearly people better than Chelsea here. But for some reason...
She's just got your eye, ain't she?
I'm with you. I'm not even saying it.
Then...
I'm not even saying it because you just meant bro up. I'm being deadly serious, bro. I don't know what it is. But big up Chelsea.
She's not actually that great in the ring or anything.
Nah. But tell you what though, her finger.
She's got your eye. If someone's got your eye, no matter who they are.
Yeah, she had a great character that didn't get used on WWE.
The mad.
Yeah. It was a hot mess, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, hot mess. Yeah.
Moving on for the match just before the DX version, we had Sami Zayn versus Riddle.
Good match, very good match.
More funny stuff, man, because Jay just winding Sami up constantly, bro.
I love Jay's seriousness, but do you know who I actually love? I love Jimmy. Jimmy's just the best one. Jimmy looks like he's having the time of his life.
Yes.
Do you see the opening segment? The opening segment, like you probably spoke about. The opening segment was quality, by the way. The opening segment was absolutely fantastic. But did you see Jimmy trying not to laugh through the whole thing?
Roman as well. Roman was dying in the corner.
Roman loves Sami Zayn at the moment, and Sami and Jimmy, that combination.
That whole thing when he was like, Sami, don't take that because I'm gonna just yeet him out the ring, and then the Riddle was like yeet, and he's like, oh, whoa. Sammy's like, whoa, that's a bloodline thing. You can't say yeet. When you say yeet, we're family. And then I see Roman's face. People just watch Roman in these segments. Yeah, he turns around straight away. He can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Can't deal with it, bro. And that is funny.
Sammy's just. But I got a feeling we might get soon. Sami versus Jay, the winner, the loser leaves the bloodline.
Oh, I said that when you went to your parcel.
I think
literally said that same thing.
I think that's what we might end up getting with.
Yeah, because I think eventually Roman's going to say to them like, you need to fight it out because you're getting on my nerves now with all this yapping and stuff like that. And it's going to crease me because what's going to happen is they're all going to be surrounded the ring, the Bloodline, but like, but like Jimmy and Solo are kind of like on Sammy's side.
Yeah. I think Jay, and on SmackDown, I think Jay's going to get the blame and not Sami for losing.
Yeah.
And Jay's going to think he's done the right. Like it was all Sami. Look, you're in trouble now. And I think Roman's going to have a go at Jay, and he's going to put Jay in the dumps. It's great storytelling at the moment. It's tremendous.
I think Kevin Owens and Sami take them tag team titles, man.
Do you reckon? Because
if they don't go down the route of Sami winning because he's not going to win the title. As much as we said it would be cool, he ain't going to win it.
I don't know. Do you know? I don't think the Rock match is going to happen.
Oh, I don't want it to.
If the Rock match don't happen, the story at the moment has got to be. I know everyone's going to say Cody, and for me, I think that is where they're going to go down. I think Cody's going. I do literally think Cody's going to win the Rumble and challenge Roman at Mania, and he'll probably be the one who takes the title off him. But
I don't want it to.
Story at the moment. The story at the moment is Sami Zayn.
I don't want The Rock versus Roman, and I don't want Cody versus Roman. Now, the thing is, I'm agreeing with you, but I just know what WWE is like. Even with Triple H, he's not letting Sami Zayn win that title, bro. This is just not happening, bro. But I actually thought that
it's probably a lot sooner then.
I actually thought that by the time he gets to Mania, the titles will be separate. I don't know how they're going to do that. We'll see in it, but because I thought, which it might change now because he's just won the US title, I thought Seth's going to win one of those titles and he's going to fight with Cody for the last time at WrestleMania. Because I don't think there's
Cody Seth.
Obviously, the story for Cody to win the title would be the fact that Roman's the one with both titles in it. But if the titles are separate and Cody has to pick who he fights, why would he pick Roman when Seth is the reason why he had a torn pec?
Seth and Roman. I know they've had 3 matches, but
who cares? Seth and Cody at WrestleMania.
It's like they got unfinished business, though, ain't it?
Yeah. Seth and Cody at WrestleMania is the match to make, bro. Yeah. And then whatever other star you're trying to build up, you have to do it properly. But
how do you get the other belt off Roman? That's the thing. How do you do it?
What, the second one of the belts?
Because they got 2. The Mania's 2 nights, and you think they'd want a title match on both nights, wouldn't you?
I would have it. I would go down the route of. This sounds like it's because I'm a Roman fan, but there's no point in letting him lose the title to somebody before WrestleMania because it takes the shine off.
Oh, if he loses before Mania, it's done, ain't it?
So I think they take one of the titles off him, and I'll just have it that like, yo, we got Fox and USA Network and that, and these like both need their titles. They both need them defended, and Roman can just go down the fact at the beginning he'll make it seem like, no, I'll just do what I want, like he did tonight. I'm going to Manhattan. I'm not staying here. Yeah, and the Triple H are gonna have to start saying to him like, you got to defend your title. Do you remember when they did it with Paul Heyman and Brock? It didn't work properly. But they said Brock was backstage with a magazine, and Paul was like, Brock, please, if you don't defend your title, they're gonna take it off you. And that was the day when Brock choked him. Remember?
Yeah.
And he came out in the end. Have the exact same thing, but this time Roman's like, nah, I'm not doing that. There's no way they're going to take the title off him. I'm the island of relevancy. I'm making more money than everyone. I saw the most merch. And then they do take it off him. Standard.
Roman gives one of the belts to Sami.
Oh, that'll be one.
Because he's trusted. I think what's going to happen is Sami is going to be so trusted by Roman eventually. Yeah. He's going to become like Roman's number 2.
That'd be dope.
And Roman just completely trusts him and he rewards him by giving him one of the title belts.
That'd be dope.
Right? And then Sami accidentally loses it.
Yeah.
To like a Kevin Owens or something like that. So you can have 2 titles. And that's a way of having 2 titles on each.
I think so.
On Raw and SmackDown.
I'm here for it, man.
And then Roman ain't actually lost. And then Roman can have his match with Sami.
Because
and then be before Mania. Yeah. And he can destroy Sami or whatever there. And then you can go on to Cody.
Yeah, because this is a thing that nobody remembers. Roman fought Sami, and the title was on the line. But what happened was it was that match when Brock came out, and he was talking to Sami before the match. And Sami thought him and Brock were friends, and then Brock destroyed him, and he picked him up, put him in the corner, and then Roman came out and speaks.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm here for that, man. And like, yeah, I just think that's the correct way to go because. Obviously, Roman's lost the match, what nobody remembers. But let's pretend that it never happened.
Rumble.
Now he lost to Seth.
Yeah, Rumble, wasn't it?
Oh, was that a Rumble?
Yeah. He lost by
got disqualified, didn't
Yeah, he lost it. Which, again,
but nobody's.
That's a story they can go back to because Roman's never beaten Seth Rollins yet.
Yep, that is the story to go to. Remember, we had it with Brock with Austin and The Rock, where The Rock had to beat him at WrestleMania.
It's still there. That story's still there. So
that's why I just said to you that they need to get the title off him. I mean,
there's no actual clear path to Mania. Actually, I like it.
It's the best way to be. I never want to be in a position where like fans are saying stuff and they're right. I don't need to everyone saying I called it. No, that's that. If you called it and it's sometimes the stuff that are predictable, it has to happen. That's fine. But sometimes when people like to call it and it's right, I'm like, that doesn't mean that's not you being clever. That just means that the company's creativity is shit. How as regular people who have day jobs who don't work in writing know that you're gonna have this guy versus this guy? It shouldn't be like that, bro. It's like the most unpredictable thing now is that the tag team titles. We don't know what's gonna happen. There's so many tag teams now that I don't know what match is going to be at WrestleMania. I don't know what match is going to be at Royal Rumble or anything like that. So that is the way to be for 100%.
And don't forget, Rumble is in Texas, ain't it?
Yep.
And it's like a massive crowd. So they go, and apparently the tickets for that are selling like hotcakes. Apparently the ticket sales are excellent for that Rumble. So they might want to do something special there as well. So there's so much to enjoy at the moment. It's mad. It's crazy how the turnaround in this company's gone. There's so much to enjoy at the moment.
And then moving on to the final segment, we had the boys, man. Oh, that's not the one. That's not the right boys, is it?
Oh, go back to that. Though. How good is that image? How good is that? That is. I want to order my Honorary Oos t-shirt.
Come on.
Apparently, that's the number one selling shirt at the moment.
It is the number one selling shirt. We're the ones, man.
Solo Sakura looks like you wouldn't want to meet him in the Naily, would you?
Nah, he's a serious guy, bro. He's got the face of his dad, hasn't
he? Yeah, and these guys are just. It is what it is.
Listen, it doesn't matter how much time before these events happen that you want to go. Enough of these old geezers coming back, etc.
It's hilarious, though. It's great.
I don't give a damn. Honestly, this is a message to all you wrestling fans out there. I don't care what you do or don't like. When you are legends like these guys and put their body on the line at a certain time, they can come back whenever they want. They're not coming back to have wrestling matches, but it's a bit of appreciation on it. 25 years of DX. I've seen people crying online about it. I'm like, you're the same people that if one of these DX members died, you'd be like, oh, they didn't even get to have a... Shut up, man.
But it's not like you see him every week.
I know.
Last time we saw him was the big Raw anniversary, weren't it? When they were at Manhattan Center and at the Barclays. When is it Barclays and Manhattan Center that night, weren't it?
Yeah.
And that was it. So that's 3-4 years ago now. So I liked it. I thought it was a great. I thought they were very clever actually. The way Triple H booked this show was very clever.
Very smart.
Everyone was thinking the Fiend was going to show up.
Yep.
And he did that little thing before DNA about on the 2-hour mark.
Yep.
Where he came on the screen with that masked face, talking about who killed the world and all that sort of stuff. And so everyone thought, hang on, right, let's keep watching. I bet the ratings for the show are excellent in the third hour because everyone would keep watching. And then DX come out for like a 10-minute thing at the end, and everyone was like, oh, it's the thing that come out on DX. That'd be awesome. And he never did. I think it was clever booking by Triple H, I've got to admit. But the DX segment at the end, I thought it was funny. It is what it is. I thought the way they tried to get Billy Gunn mentioned without actually mentioning him was a clever way of doing it. Because apparently the rumor is they wanted Billy there, but Tony Khan wanted a WWE wrestler to be on AEW TV on Wednesday night. And Triple H just like, no, it's all right. I don't want more.
The reason why it's funny to me, because I don't know if everyone, you remember that, like, when they got inducted into the Hall of Fame, they mentioned AEW, didn't they?
Yeah. Vince one day.
But when that happened, Billy Gunn was with them.
Yeah.
And then he left.
It's just, it was great. I just thought it was great.
I remember that because that's the Hall of Fame when that fan tried to jump Bret Hart on it and he got punched up by FTR.
Yeah, for real.
You got back, bro.
Well, that's their hero. They love Bret Hart, don't they? That's their hero.
Yeah. You can't jump Bret Hart in front of other Canadians, bro. That's the stupidest thing you can do. He's like their god, man.
It's just, and they've not done the Hall of Fames like that since, have they? With their back to everything and all.
Nah. They'll go back to being on stage and stuff, man.
Yeah, it was. I love DX.
I had to mention that because I was watching was watching Scott Hall's Hall of Fame speech again yesterday, man. What a legend, man.
Yeah, it's such a shame, man.
Can't believe stuff like that. You honestly, you just think it happens, and then you obviously everyone has to get on with their life. That's normal, and then you forget that it's happened, man. So then I was just watching a Razor Ramon match. I was like, oh, let me watch the Hall of Fame speech, and I was like, oh shit, he's dead.
Yeah,
sometimes you just forget.
Scott Hall was a legend. What have you heard about? Fightful Select have said about Triple H might become an on-screen character again. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm here for it if it's management. If it's a bit like the Authority, then I'm fine for it. He's not going to be in the ring, so
no, he can't ever wrestle.
I'm not mad at it because at the moment we don't have a general manager in it. Like Adam Pearce just disappeared, bro.
Yeah, what happened to Adam?
I don't know, bro. he went from every day just like it's official on Twitter. Every match it's official.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
Twitter, he's not even been on. Oh, yeah? He's in Florida, ain't he? He can't get to the shows.
Hurricane season.
Yeah, he lives in Florida, don't he? And
shit, man, like Scrap Daddy.
And he was right. He was right in the middle of the hurricane, weren't he?
Oh, bless him, man. Well, hopefully he's okay.
So he hasn't been able to make the show, so maybe that's the reason.
Yeah. Hopefully him and his family. I think if you have Triple H, where you know how towards the end when we kept seeing Vince before WrestleMania in his office, if they have it like that, but it's a little bit more on screen because Triple H is better on the mic than Vince at the end anyway. Vince at the end was just trying to help Austin Theory, but but if you have it like that, and I'm here for it, bro. It makes sense. We grew up on general managers being around them, Raw and SmackDown, and it was massive for us because even when matches were being made, like Teddy Long used to kill me because he'd just come out, play it, and like, you're gonna fight The Undertaker, and then he'd leave. I'm like,
yeah, you do need that. The only thing is though, they got to make sure that he can't be a heel authority figure because the crowd just love him at the moment because he's seen as the savior, ain't he, of the company. So it is. I love Triple H and what he's doing at the moment. But yeah, right. I mean, if he's an on-screen character, at least it's an on-screen character who knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
And he would be great at it. But look, DX stuff. Tremendous.
Because I even like the fact that when they went to the gorilla position, that Triple H had the headphones on, like he was looking at the screen.
Yeah, he's doing his work.
Yeah, because obviously there's some stuff that I always try when I'm watching wrestling, I try stay kayfabe because it makes it better for me to watch. Ain't nobody trying to watch Infinity War and that, and then looking at Thanos going, "That's just Brolin. That's stupid."
Yeah.
So I always try to see that. Oh, look, there's Chris Hemsworth. Nah, bitch, it's Thor. That's what. So, but the stuff that we obviously know in it. So when he's at the screen with the headphones, I'm like, this is kind of funny still that he's sitting there, like in his corporate position. Considering DX were against everything corporate, is funny to me, bro. Yeah. So I think it's dope, man.
Yeah. And one thing I will I've got to mention, I've got to give props to a certain person, Michael Cole.
Oh, he's a legend. I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. That's weird to me.
Since Vince left, his commentary has been he's cool. Extreme Rules was amazing.
Yeah. Well, you know why, isn't it? That's because Vince was in his ear telling him what to say.
Yeah, all the time. And he mentions everything now. Independent wrestling, other promotions.
He's like went from not being able to say certain words to say everything.
Saying everything. But Michael Cole's doing bits, man.
Where's Fingy, man? Where's Pat McAfee?
He's doing the
yes.
He's doing the American football season.
Yeah, there's a new season and I forgot about
it. So he got a new job there that he couldn't turn down, but he still got his WWE job. So I think he comes back in the new year when that finishes.
Yeah.
And he'll be back on SmackDown. Yeah, what do you like? Did you like the commentary switch-ups?
Yeah. It needed it.
What do you think of the new guy, the Irish guy's name?
I like him because I'm used to hearing him backstage anyway.
Yeah. Were you surprised? Because I'm very surprised it was given lead commentator because you know what WWE like us sometimes. And this is not against Americans, by the way, any Americans watching.
The accents, isn't it?
Accents throw so much. Like, and he's proper Irish.
The thing was hilarious is basically everything Vince likes in personal life. He's like, Vince don't like tag teams, so there's no tag team. Vince don't like accents, so you can't have one.
Yeah. And then they just put him on commentary. I thought he did a good job, to be fair.
It feels like, that's... I'm not saying this in a bad way because you can tell that Triple H loves Vince. You can tell from the interviews and that. But still is like, hold on a minute, man. Listen, I'm gonna get Wade Barrett back with an accent, and I'm gonna get the Irish geezer with an accent because ain't nobody telling me anything, bro. It's just 2022.
I'm so glad Wade Barrett's on SmackDown. Him and Cole.
The only thing I don't. The thing with Wade Barrett is I love him in it, but he killed the. I love him on NXT, because he just simps over Mandy. Or
Oh, Toxic Attraction and him.
Oh my God, the absolute goddess. I'm like, I think my t-shirt's wet. This geezer is a legend, bro. This geezer is a legend, bro. They should have never let Wayne Rooney punch you in the face, bro. That ruined everything.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I'm looking forward to hearing Booker T tonight on commentary. Yeah.
Oh, Booker T, that is my ultimate, bro. He's so funny on commentary. Like, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. I can't wait to hear that, man. But that was the end of Raw. I'll get to the comment section before we leave and that. Drop your Raw rating in the chat. Probably
8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that as well. And I haven't given Raw 8 out of 10 for about 5 years, bro. So.
It was a tremendous show, and Raw has been getting generally better and better and better and better. It has. SmackDown at the moment is always SmackDown's like
and the thing is, don't get me wrong, like, and that's why I said before that you have to give them some leeway with that. It's not going to be dope every week. It's not. It's just not.
Yeah, but it's a TV show. I know it's wrestling, but it's still a TV show.
Because I think, if I'm correct, I think when I done last week's one or the week before, one of them wasn't the greatest. It was a bit like flat. It was still good though.
The Raw before Extreme Rules was a bit flat.
That was it. Yeah, that was the one.
It was still good Raw, still better than what we've been having. But I think people's expectations, because Triple H is like everything's going to be amazing every week, and that's just not the case. Do you know how hard it is to book a 3-hour show on TV?
No, it's hard. That's why you have to book so far in advance.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah, because everything has to connect to the next thing, bro. So
that's why
we'll run through these comments, guys. So me and Jay will answer them. If it's one word answer, we'll just skip through in that. But personally, Kane should have his retirement match. No. There's no retirement match for Kane. It's done.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually have Glenn Jacobs on telly at the moment. Yeah. Have you watching? Have you reading his tweets?
You don't want to. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't think the women on the roster want to be hearing from Kane. So, saying, bro. They inducted DX, the boys, and next year surely has to be Brothers of Destruction. No, I wouldn't say that, because Brothers of Destruction ain't up there as one of the greatest tag teams. There's other tag teams before them that should probably go in. Kane and Undertaker's already in, so
yeah. They will go in as a pair eventually.
They will go in as a pair in that, man. I didn't the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian before them. I know Edge has been in on his own, but
Christian, the Hardys, Edge and Christian.
Yeah, Hardys have to go in, man. But...
And the Dudleys in yet as a group.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The DX inducted them.
Yeah. Dudley's quality.
Does Brock win one of the belts? No,
I don't think Brock wins a belt again.
Nah, don't think he wants it either.
I don't even think he needs it.
He doesn't want it. Yeah, he doesn't need it. And he doesn't want it.
No.
Seth versus Roman at Survivor Series needs to happen for their 10-year anniversary.
No, it's got to be. Bloodline's got to be in the War Games, ain't it?
Yeah. Because they're changing it up. I made a point of saying this a few shows back. I don't like that current Survivor Series thing. It's stupid. Raw versus SmackDown.
I love this War Games thing though.
War Games thing's proper. The company, they don't even talk about being part of SmackDown and Raw for most of the year, and then all of a sudden it's Team Blue versus Team Red.
Yeah, and that draft 3 weeks before it as well. Right. It's like,
the last time I liked it was when Shane done Under Siege. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with that angle. They're coming.
Yeah. Because they went there and then they did that, and then Shane was like, Under Siege 2. And then you remember the surrounding Kurt Angle in the ring, bro.
It was hilarious.
Ever, man.
That was hilarious. And
I remember, it's even funnier now.
Stuff. That was it. That was great.
Please tell me everyone remembers this clip here. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So, obviously, the Shield have got the half and half t-shirts on it. They got half Shield, half Raw. And they run, they're in the ring, they're beating everybody up. And then the Usos are on SmackDown, and they run into the ring, slide in, and Roman's standing in front of him, and they just look at him like, oh shit, you're our cousin. And then Seth and Dean just jump on him. It's like, Roman's literally watching him like, this is awkward.
It's just stupid. I'm glad Triple H got rid of it because it made no sense.
It's dumb, man. Do you remember when Triple H, when Braun damn near made Triple H cry in the corner?
Yeah.
That was horrible, man.
It just makes no sense.
Triple H doing a great job. Brian James has been at the Pies.
Man, leave Brian James, man. He went through massive depression.
Yeah, man.
He had a lot of issues.
China Touch was nice. Yeah, it really was. Brothers of Destruction need to be inducted together next year when the Hall of Fame is.
Andrew, you got this thing about the brothers.
I know, yeah, man. Like John Cena's not even in the Hall of Fame yet. John Cena's not in. Rock's not in, and you want the bro?
The Rock not in it yet.
Now the Rock's not in it yet. That's why I said it should.
WrestleMania next year is in Hollywood, ain't it?
That's why I said it should be in Hollywood.
Rock's getting in, ain't
it? Yeah. Big up Trill. SmackDown, Extreme Rules, Raw, all delivered. Big facts.
Yeah.
This week SmackDown is going to be nuts. Bray Wyatt, LA Knight. Oh yeah, LA Knight. Man.
Yeah.
LA Knight's a G, man.
It's his best character. I know he's Eli Drake and all that, but I do literally think LA
Knight's a G, man. Yeah, this is what I said before in it, because Brev, Mansoor can't go to Crown Jewel.
Who's that?
Think of what I'm saying to you.
Who can't go to Crown Jewel?
Look at his character, Mansoor. Mansoor.
Oh yeah, he can't go. No, he can't go. He can't.
It's over for him, bro.
It's done now. He's wearing see-through vests and lipstick. He can't go. He can't.
The thing is, I actually like that tag team. They're hilarious, bro.
Ain't he Saudi Arabian himself?
Yeah, like, so remember, this is what I'll explain.
He's from Saudi Arabia, ain't he?
So every time there's a Crown Jewel or a Saudi show, he wins.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing, innit? And the crowd pop for him more than everyone.
He's one of their guys.
He can't go there dressed like that.
Now he's wearing see-through vests and lipstick.
He can't go, bro. He can't go, bro.
Doing all that.
Got to keep him
safe, man.
WWE is popping right now. The buzz around the company at the moment is massive, 100%. I will say for some people as well, it's most of the old heads and that. They need to calm down with this. Like, we need to get the ratings back to what is in that. No, you're not getting what I'm saying.
No, wrestling weren't as popular.
Wrestling can't get back to how it was before either way. Even if Triple H gets Raw to the best it can ever be, the most they're going to get to is like 2.5 million.
TV is completely different now.
It's different, and as James said at the beginning of the show, everyone's sensitive to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me. You'll probably see there'll be a complaint later saying, they shouldn't be saying cock on TV.
Oh God, yeah, or wait till Dominic Mysterio hits his mum.
Yeah.
Then you're going to see the complaints.
Nah, man, give Kevin a chance, man.
I can understand what you're saying, but
give him a chance, man.
Would you rather Kevin Patrick doing commentary on Raw, or Harry Kane doing the bedtime stories on CBB?
I've seen it. I saw it. I was about to stop. That's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing.
All the women. Did you remember when Tom Hardy did it?
Yeah.
And CBeebies got his highest rating because all the mothers watched it.
Yeah. You know what the second highest?
No one watched Harry.
You know what the second highest rating is? Max Brennan.
Yeah. I don't know why, but
they love Max Brennan.
Yeah, but Harry Kane slobbering all over the book. No, man, no.
Thoughts on that person WWE brought in? Apparently, he's Bray Wyatt's creative worker.
Oh yeah, the American horror writer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was on about that Marvel dude.
No, the American, the horror writer that you did was doing a film with before.
The thing is,
I employed him to do his creative work. So apparently, all the stuff with the barcodes and all that has been going on for weeks.
Yeah.
Apparently, WWE creative had nothing to do with that. It was all.
Well, yeah, you can tell. Because he was good.
That's clever by Triple H. Let the man who knows what to do it.
If you listen to Triple H's interview when Ariel Helwani asked him about Bray, he said that he said things become too much, and he said every now and again there'll be an idea, but he's like 2 seconds later he'll scrap it and it'll be something else.
Yeah.
And from what I got from that is Triple H was basically saying, "Of course I want him back. I just need somebody else to deal with him."
Yeah, yeah.
And let's be honest,
knows him best to work with.
Just because we love Bray, and he seems like a nice guy, and everyone says he's a nice guy as well. You know this, Jay. There's people who are creative. I'm probably one of them guys, to be fair, because my friend hates it. I'm like trying when their mind just keeps going to different things, and then you're like, okay, we'll go with this.
You need to be reeled in, don't you?
And then 2 minutes later, he's like changing it. I'm like, bro, this is millions of pounds of worth of like stuff we're putting in. You can't change it all of a sudden. If we build a set for like the fun house, and then all of a sudden you want the door changed, we can't. So you need somebody to do that. Yeah. I think it works perfect for Bray as well. Yeah, Booker T simping over Mandy tonight is going to be Booker T just makes noises when the women are on the screen.
Yeah. So Kamel's watching, so he's got to be careful. You know?
Yeah, he'll be like, she don't mean no brawler. She doesn't need milk.
I watched NXT for two reasons.
I know. I know, bro. Big up Ravi. Not sure Riddle is main event guy. I'm with you on that.
He's not a main event guy.
He is intercontinental title level.
Yeah, he's a quality top mid-carder. Nothing wrong with it either. Some people just have positions, and nothing wrong with it.
The thing with Riddle with me, he doesn't capture me all the time. It's in and out with me on Riddle all the time.
It's Riddle's mic work. It's just not working. It's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't go over with the fans.
His mic work doesn't work all the time.
Tremendous.
And he doesn't look cool either. So
no,
it's already two things that go against you.
He's a legit badass.
He's a legit, yeah. And I can't lie, bro. I'm never gonna get to grips with the sliders. I'm just never gonna. Just winds me up, bro. And now he's got the nail varnish thing as well. So
yeah, I don't get it. A lot of men do that now, though, don't they?
It's weird, bro. I only allow one man, Jeff Hardy. After that, I'm not interested.
Why do a lot of men do that? I've seen a lot of men just walking around now.
Now these men think it's all. They think it's all like. Bro, bro. Let's not start this year because we just.
I mean, my daughter sometimes. I don't mind. Like my daughter sometimes does it on my nails and all that, but that's been letting her do it as a dad. But I see geezers in their 20s going around with nail varnish on now, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! I'm so glad I'm much older than.
I know, because when we was younger, bro, it was just emos and rockers who done it.
Just a lad, and they were just like,
yeah. That was general, yeah. Now everyone's doing this expressive thing.
Geezer walking around with nail varnish. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Away from wrestling a second, up to Liverpool. We haven't been great recently this year, but we'll turn it around. Big up Trill. I ain't speaking about them though. I'll tell you that much.
No. Go and watch my video yesterday. Trill.
Speaking about Liverpool,
see my rant. Go watch my rant yesterday.
Yeah, man. The Miz darting around the ring, leaving his wife. Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that he ran off and left her, didn't he?
Just left her again.
He didn't even look back.
He leaves her all the time, though. It's hilarious. I love it.
How did Bayley take that big fat out? I do not know. Big up Bayley's bottom half, though. Like that.
I know Bayley's not the best looking girl in the world.
But
there's something about her.
I'll tell you what, I know what's about her. It's under everything down from waist height.
It's the front and the back. She grew something while she was injured. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. Big up Trill. Dominic, what a lad. Dominic's a G.
Yeah.
LA Knight is personally one of my favorites. I honestly think he's going to be a top star in 2023 post WrestleMania Money in the Bank. He's incredible, man. I think what everyone has to agree with, though, like a lot of geezers are dope in that, but so many people are not as young as you think. So when people are like they're going to be a certain star, I'm like, time's running out for them, man. But he's dope, bro.
Oh, he's in his late 30s.
Yeah. He's dope, man.
But his mic work is. He's
Ronda versus Liv fought. You know about the match at Extreme Rules? I was fine with it. I loved it. It was fine.
It was an all right match.
Yeah.
His placement was unfortunate. That was all.
It was very anything what was going to follow that was unfortunate. Yeah.
I did say it'd be match of the night as well.
And I think they're both good, man. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Ronda in the WWE, but she's definitely getting better.
Yeah.
Just that the mic work is never going to work for me because she's terrible.
No, she needs like a Paul Heyman with her.
She definitely needs Paul Heyman. I think Cody will be the next champ. Yeah. Unfortunately, I love Cody, but I just don't. He doesn't need it yet.
He's had 3 matches in WWE. Just like that.
If he never got injured and he was still here now, then I'm here for it because it means he would have had a run.
If he comes back and wins the Rumble, that's his 4th match. And then if he don't really wrestle again till Mania, he'll have 5 matches in a year and become champion. Now, if
the beautiful thing with Cody is he will want a great story. That's what he's like in it. So he won't do it if he doesn't make sense himself.
He's a bit. I'm not a fan of his promo work though.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna say this on it, and
a bit long-winded.
I get it, innit? I get about your dad being dusty, but let's allow it now. I don't need to. I know. No. It sounds disrespectful.
I know what you mean.
I'm not talking about the man personally talking about his dad. You love your dad. He died. You can talk about him every day if you want. But I'm talking about on screen.
We know what you're fighting for. You don't have to tell us every time.
You don't have to tell us every time. It's already in your intro to your music every time. And then you keep crying. We saw him like 4 times before he got injured. And every time he started crying. And he's got a lisp. And I can't stand lisp. I can't stand it, bro.
He's got a lisp.
I don't know why. I think it's when I was a kid, Dion Dublin used to bother me when he spoke. And ever since. Because I like watching Holmes Under the Hammer and that, but he's got a lisp, bro.
Dion Dublin bothered me when he came out of the shower that time, and my manhood just went forever.
Yeah.
When the BBC called him at the wrong time.
Liv Rain was boring. She isn't a star, and they clearly are building towards Flair. But no, I don't agree with Liv not being a star. I think she's
Charlotte Flair is the female superstar in this company. And
Listen, everyone knows about my bias towards Charlotte.
She's a great worker. I don't understand the hate between Charlotte. I think the hate for Charlotte Flair is that she's in your face all the time. But that ain't her fault. That's
just because she's better than everyone.
But she's legitimately the best promo worker out of all the women. Don't give me this Becky Lynch stuff.
basically what people's problem is.
Run out of breath. She can't breathe.
Oh, don't start on that noise, bro. It makes me want to kill someone that does.
What is he doing?
All I know is, basically, if you take what everyone's saying about Charlotte, basically, Charlotte is Roman, but she wrestles every week. So if you've got a problem with her, then she maybe shouldn't wrestle as much, bro. But she's dope. She can do everything.
Yeah,
and I'm not even gonna argue because everyone can have their own opinion. But you're gonna have just tell me who's the better women wrestler than her, and then I'll shut up because there's not.
Oscar maybe, but she's not portrayed like it. But she's great.
Okay, I'll give you Oscar in the ring maybe, but then we know as a pro wrestler, it's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, as a pro wrestler, you got to have the package.
So I'm not trying to hear Oscar do the Becky, and then speaking Japanese, bro. I don't understand what you're saying.
I like Charlotte's got the whole package. She's got the look. She's got the, she's tall. She looks impressive.
Sasha as a heel is dope.
Sasha as a heel is about the only thing I think.
Sasha as a heel is matched up with Charlotte.
Yeah,
but Sasha as anything else is.
I don't know what Sasha's doing.
Sasha's not allowed to be. In my opinion, she can't be a babyface and call yourself the boss. It doesn't work, bro.
She don't look like a babyface.
Ever?
Neither does Charlotte. She don't look like a babyface.
Nah, doesn't work out, man.
They got heel faces, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They got a heel. When you look at someone, you go, that's definitely a babyface.
She's with Charlotte though. She's with Sasha. I said this last week. She's enjoying her life too much. Not in a bad way, but like. I said that she was going to leave before she left. Before anything happened.
I think she's done.
I promise you, bro. It's on record. Before anything happened, she was tag team champion with Naomi. And I said, I just saw her on all these different programs. And obviously she's on Mandalorian. Then I seen her with Kevin Hart on that Cold as Balls thing on YouTube. Then I seen her on Lads Bible. Then I seen her on Hot Ones. And I was like, this is a lot of exposure for a wrestler. Because usually you only see wrestlers on stuff when WrestleMania's coming up.
And WWE didn't show any of that.
Exactly, because we'll see Roman on Jimmy Fallon before he's going to fight at WrestleMania. That's the only time you see him, though. But these lot were on, and then she was on a radio station. I think Sasha is fine. And to be fair to her, it's probably because the whole reign she had, she wasn't outside of the company. Nobody treated her like she was a superstar in it.
No.
So she does the Mandalorian thing. He taps into a whole new fan base, and then it's like, I'm enjoying this. And then I seen her and Naomi on a catwalk for a fashion show the other day.
Yeah.
So
I think Naomi will be back because
I think Naomi will be back.
There's a story there. She's married to one of the Usos.
Triple H did cover. Yeah, Triple H did cover it in that interview, and he said that he didn't mention Naomi though, which is weird. I think because he knows that she'll be fine. But he pretty much said Sasha. If Sasha comes back, he said Sasha needs to know
if she wants it, basically.
Yeah, he's like she needs to know what she wants to do with her own life, and if she wants it, she'll come back. And I think that's right because her brain isn't on wrestling right now.
No.
I think it was at the time, but now she had time away. Because I actually agree. I agree with what her and Naomi's problem was. I just don't agree with the way they went around it because it's a bit, it's a bit childish. Because everyone's calling it unprofessional, but Vince did this. I'm like, bro, there's little girls in the crowd and grown men who paid money to see Sasha and Naomi that night, and then they left. So unless you're going to run me my money back, don't try and tell me it's not unprofessional. It is.
Yeah, Sasha is a bit. I think Sasha is a bit of a drama queen, though.
Well, she is. She left before and didn't tell anyone.
She is a bit of a drama queen. So that's what. And everyone said she should go to AEW. I just don't think Sasha suits AEW.
Nah, she doesn't. She's
too Hollywood. That's why.
Yeah, she doesn't suit. Not that horrible. Let's be honest, but AEW setup's terrible, bro. Like the horrible ring and the black. Am
I the only one who thought their production is shit as well?
That's shit, bro. It looks.
I hate the two faces come out of that, heels come out.
I'll tell you this year. Do you remember when Johnny Gargano and Ciampa had their last match in NXT, and it was like a weird street fight in COVID, and it was the whole arena was black and there was no fans.
Yeah.
That arena looks better than AEW.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the production. And why in AEW has everyone got crap theme music?
Apart from Jericho, everyone's...
Yeah, apart from Jericho, everyone's got really generic,
That's true. You know what's funny, bro? I have to pop for this every time. That John Moxley's got wild things as his theme song. That kills me every time, man.
Yeah, I mean...
They must have paid the big copyright money for that song.
The only superstar in AEW who is an AEW only wrestler is MJF.
That's it. And he's the best.
John Moxley is the champion. John Moxley's known for being in WWE. Jericho known for being in WWE. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. I think. I mean, the company is named after them.
Yeah, I know.
And I think they think they're the company and can do what they want.
Well, it's Tony's fault. He made them presidents.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you have Young Bucks and Omega come back and be part of that locker room.
The person I feel bad for out of all of them is Kenny Omega, in it, because he's got a vision for wrestling.
Yeah,
he could be in W because he's friends with all like the New Day and that they all love each other. Them lot. So
I think I do think you see Young Bucks and Omega in WWE.
I think so.
Now,
I will say, I think both of them will come over. Kenny Omega will last, and the Young Bucks won't, because I think they'll annoy the rest of the tag teams, bro.
Yeah, I've never been a Young Bucks fan. I've always said when you've watched one Young Bucks match, you've seen them all.
Yeah, and I watched them live, and it's a lot of super kicks, bro. A lot of super
they don't
kicks.
sell anything either. There's no selling in there.
That's independent wrestling for you, man. It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
I watched Brian Cage versus Wardlow last week on Rampage. Bruv, this is how Wardlow beat him. He gave him 4 of his powerbomb finishers. Yeah, and then pinned him. And I counted, it was 23 seconds later, the other team came out to rush him. And then Brian Cage just got back up and started kicking him. I'm like, bro, that's like being given the last ride 4 times. You just get up.
Jesus Christ. And Brian Cage is a big... What happened to Brian Cage? They were all about him at one time, weren't they?
It's because he wanted to leave, innit? He wanted to... Yeah. He had a problem. They brought him back. It's him and his missus. But yeah. Karen, I need Booker T to run back the... Oh, yeah. Black Snow on TNA was hilarious, man. As well. Did you know I had a dream you died? The best thing Booker T's ever done in commentary, and there's a lot, is when he was in TNA and he went in the ring with the commentary mic on and he was kicking people, bro. Because that's the funny... He was calling his moves before he done it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
I love Booker.
Because it was him. I think it was him and Kevin Nash, and he was like, "Oh, Black Snow's about to go in the ring. Here comes Bubba Ray. Kick from Black Snow to the ring."
I love Booker.
Bayley has looked smoking. She has a nice face too. Easy, Ravi, man. Easy.
Yeah, I don't know about the face.
But... Yeah, I don't know about the face stuff, man. Is Sami a heel face, or is he just doing it in between thing? Nah, he's a part of the heel crew and that, but people love him, man.
Do you think Sami knows what he's doing? Do you reckon Sami's doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
Like, is he actually trying to split them up on purpose?
Yeah, he's smarter than everyone, bro.
Yeah.
Sami's too smart, bro. He's too smart. It's The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Cody will get a shot at SummerSlam.
I don't want to see The Rock.
I'm going to say this. It's quite easy that everybody knows my favorite wrestlers of all time is Roman Reigns and The Rock. It's quite easy that, and obviously Austin and that, but I mean in terms of like this generation, last generation, I don't even want to see The Rock versus Roman, bro. I don't
want to see The Rock wrestle full stop.
Because anything what happens is gonna ruin the story. Because The Rock ain't gonna stay around. He's not.
And let's face it, The Rock is the head of the team.
Bro, yeah, exactly. Because you'd be lucky. You'd be lucky to get The Rock at WrestleMania and then have him turn up the next day. He's not going to be there.
Did you see the interview when he was doing the Black Adam interviews, the press junkie, when he said, is it Chris Van Fleet?
Chris Van Fleet, a legend, by the way.
Do you acknowledge the tribal chief? And he went, well, yeah, he's my family. And then people were trying to make something of it. Nah, it's literally his cousin.
Yeah, The Rock literally said that because that was The Rock's answer to, I'm not interested in wrestling him. He's running shit right now.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Because The Rock is like, I'm proud of my family. I'm not interested in coming back to wrestle them. The Rock is always going to say, he's always said that, like, if he would just turn up in WWE, but he has to do it on his own terms because and
by the way, if they were going to do this match, you'd have to start around now.
You'd have to build it straight away.
Because usually Mania matches start from Survivor Series, don't they? That's when you see the Mania build starts from Survivor Series. So something would have to happen at Survivor Series for this to happen because Roman's wrestling at Survivor Series, and I don't think he's going to wrestle again until probably Rumble.
The only way The Rock...
I don't think he's going to do the November, December shows. So he'll probably wrestle again at Rumble. So
listen,
you need to start doing it now.
And did Hobbs and Shaw together, man. Like, let's not pretend like...
Yeah, I just don't see.
The only way they could ever do it is if you know when Jay had that match against Roman, the cage match, and then Jimmy came out and then Roman choked him out. and then Roman's dad came out and his uncle and acknowledged him and put the chain on him. If that happened again and Roman knocked out his dad and his uncle, then The Rock would turn up because he'd be like, you disrespected the whole family.
I think there might be because I think The Rock is going to be inducted at Mania in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So there might be a thing where there's a stare down or something to tease for the following year, maybe. Yep. But there ain't going to be a match.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to be smart, if they was ever going to do it, because The Rock's he's going to keep getting a year older and he's in great shape, but wrestling shape is completely different. But if they ever wanted to do it, you could merge the Hall of Fame into a story. You can literally have Roman induct The Rock, and then when he shakes his hand and stuff like that, Roman can just be like, just remember that I'm the head of the table, though. Yeah, and then, go from there. But I know that I just don't want it. I don't want my two favorites going against show, to be honest, what it is. And to be fair, Austin should probably induct The Rock. Yeah.
Oh, Austin's going induct The Rock.
Austin should induct The Rock.
Rival, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it'll be Austin or Triple H because everyone forgets that when you go through the actual thing, Triple H has been the one who's had more.
Triple H had the most matches with The Rock, but
obviously the bigger one is the WrestleMania match.
Yeah, the three Mania matches, Rock and Austin at the same time. It's them two.
Trill says Charlotte is the greatest woman wrestler of our generation. Nobody better. She beats Bianca at WrestleMania. Run. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I just don't want these same matches over and over again.
I want Rousey versus Lynch.
Me either, at all. Gallows and Anderson are back for good, like that. Yep.
Well, he's a never open champion, so he's got to lose that yet.
Yep. Charlotte is the full package. The closest to her was probably Sasha's here. Oh yeah,
that's about it.
I wouldn't need the step ladder. Charlotte, she's tall.
Yeah,
she is tall.
Man.
She's tall. OC versus Judgment Day, also over Triple H building all these teams. Yeah, I hope Charlotte. This sounds disrespectful, but I don't care, man. I want Charlotte to accidentally release some nudes on and be good ones this time because the other one,
the wonky tit one, was a bit weird.
The worst thing about that as well is you can tell that it wasn't. That wasn't. You know what I'm talking about here. I know that she was naked, but that wasn't.
A woman wouldn't put that up to go.
Yeah, that wasn't a
picture when she looked like that. That
was like one of them progress pictures that she took when she just woke up because not only did she look like that, her hair was a mess.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's. Savage Jamie, do you think the food in WWE would be any good? Yeah, top of the range.
Yeah, I mean, this is $1 billion company. They're having good food, man.
Why do you think Ricochet's there all the time, bro? AEW is trash. I was a huge fan at first year, but my God, it's gone downhill. AEW sucks. AEW's best year was the second year because the first year was COVID in it.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, it was all Matt Hardy and Jericho. I remember that, man.
This year, the thing I'm getting annoyed with AEW, and I know what they're going to do Wednesday, they're going to make a joke about DX and Billy Gunn, right? It's going to happen. And I don't want it. I am sick of the WWE shit.
If I was AEW, I'd pretend that WWE doesn't exist at all, bro. That's the only way you're going to have a good company.
It's annoying me now.
Does Nikki Ash need a new... I can't be bothered with it, to be honest, bro. Because you see her 1 week take the mask off, and then Doudrop's not there for 4 weeks, and then you want to bet that the next one time you see Nikki, she would Doudrop again.
Yeah, what's happened to him? She took.
You know what they should do?
I ain't seen them.
Just give Nikki to Bray Wyatt, bro, and then have a character where she doesn't talk. Just do that. MJF will be in WWE.
I don't know. I
don't think he will, but just the fact that he teases it is brilliant. But I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Omega AEW of February 2002. Box up. Will they join WWE? Nah, I don't know. If one of them do, then all of them will because they're all together in it. But they've done a lot of dissing of WWE, especially the Young Bucks. So they got that YouTube show in it, Being the Elite, and I watch it, and they're always dissing. So Show Battle Royals return on Raw and SmackDown. They ran it too much, but they should do it every now and again for title shots. In America, it seems people get ripped off for pay-per-views. Yeah, they do. It's like $50. And they don't have the network anymore. Will R-Truth be back? 100% he will be. Come back to me when The Rock wins the Royal Rumble. Hey, come on, bro.
That ain't happening.
Everyone expects Rhodes to win. Watch The Rock be the next huge surprise from Triple H. Heard it here first. Dwayne versus Reigns. So,
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. I mean, even when Triple H... I was here for when it was going to be Triple H versus The Rock again. That was going to be dope. But it didn't work out because of scheduling. But, yeah. I'm not interested in the match, but Reigns' story, he has to beat The Rock in Hollywood. I have Reigns versus Breaker at WrestleMania 40, aka Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31, except the roles have changed.
If Roman loses to The Rock, the whole 2 and a bit year story is done.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. That has to be a culmination. They only should use The Rock when they're ready for the Bloodline to split up. Otherwise, you know what I mean? And that way you can have, or if The Rock's got a spare year, which he will never have. He would never have a spare year. Because let's be honest, bro. It should be that when The Rock turns up, the Usos kind of start going towards The Rock. They're like, nah, this is big cuz with all the money and the Hollywood stuff. And then you'd have segments where Roman would be like, yo, wise man, where's the Usos and Solo? And then you'll have like they're in the Rock's changing room, like with riches and stuff, like that. So that's what they should do. But yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Rock will host Mania. I like the way everyone's just trying to like wish away the Rock schedule like he's not the biggest Hollywood star on the planet.
He ain't got free time, man.
This is the busiest man I've ever seen in my life, bro.
He ain't got free time, guys. He ain't got free time. He's got to do the Hall of Fame. Maybe have a little thing on Mania where he has a stare down with Roman, and that'd be it. He ain't getting in the ring. He can't afford to get injured.
Yeah,
he can't, and he hasn't wrestled. I know he's a big man. He looks fit and healthy, but
also there is a point to say this year, and I know everyone's going to say it's too soon, but it's not. I don't care. Just because, and we've all said it, Hollywood Rock, Hollywood WrestleMania. First of all, it's not going to be the last time they do it in LA. Second of all, they can induct him in Miami or something as well. And third, John Cena's also an actor. And he's going to go in the Hall of Fame at some point. And John Cena's the biggest WWE star in the last however long, bro.
Yeah.
So, you never know.
Well, it's not in Hollywood this year, is it? Sorry, it's in Hollywood next year,
year after, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia. Is it Philly? Yeah, it's in Philly, ain't it?
Yeah, SoFi Stadium,
yeah.
But, yeah, man. Vince McMahon is heading into the Hall of Fame 2023.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, ain't it? It's going to happen.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
I don't think it'll happen this Hall of Fame. I think it'll happen next year.
I need everything great for Vince. I need it now. I need it all soon because I know it's a bit like whatever, but I worry about the old dons and it. I don't want to miss out. I don't want it to be like Vince dies and then he didn't get put in.
He needs his goodbye thing, don't he?
It does.
It does. That moment.
Because all that coming out of SmackDown and that, and like then now and forever, and then welcome to SmackDown. That's not what I want to see.
He needs everyone to say goodbye to him and leave.
Yeah, every single person.
Have an emotional moment. He needs it.
And Tony Khan, I didn't make a competition. You did. You're never gonna be Vince McMahon, so just forget about it. No, you're not, bro. Just be the greatest Tony Khan you can be, because you're never gonna be Vince.
I've always said, no matter how rich Tony Khan is, and he's richer than Vince.
Yeah, he's a lot richer.
He won't put all his money into a wrestling company like Vince did.
No.
And that's the difference.
They are. That company they speak way too much about the backstage of stuff of the company out loud, and WWE don't. This is why you're never going to hear Vince come on the mic on the show and talk about ratings. He's not going to do it. Why would you do that? It ruins the whole company. All these fans who try to argue with me, bro, all these done do. If I put something up about WWE, that's why I never post anything on the my wrestling page half the time. I don't really care. If I put something up about WWE, there always is someone in my comments talking about AEW to me. And I'm like, bro, I don't care what you've got to say. Arguing with a fan like me about ratings is the most pointless thing ever. That's like being a football fan and then your team's top of the table, but then the team who's like second's like, yeah, but our team's fitter than yours. We ran more kilometers. I'm like, yeah. I don't. This is the biggest wrestling company in the world, has been, and forever.
It's not going to be big.
It's never going to change, bro. In fact, it's getting better again.
Yeah, and tell me more than one storyline that is happening in AEW right now. Tell me more than one storyline.
AEW's best storylines, Jay, are CM Punk fighting the Young Bucks backstage.
Yeah, the real stuff.
And Andrade and Sami, real stuff, bro.
Not the only storyline happening in AEW at the moment anyone gives a toss about is, will MJF win the title?
That's it.
That is it. There ain't no. I don't know what people tune. The only reason that the ratings have gone up on Dynamite the last few weeks is because what's happening behind the scenes. So everyone's interested. Yep. So they're tuning in. And I think MJF is a pull as well. So people are watching him as well. Other than that, what is there to watch Dynamite about at the moment?
The problem I've got is as well. Listen, I'm not trying to be the Mr. Told You So, but I told everybody because I was watching AEW. I only stopped doing the reactions because their company decided to give me YouTube strikes. By the way, I was helping your company. I wasn't doing anything bad. I only said good things.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Whatever.
Can't promote.
But what I'll say is, I told everybody eventually they will run out of WWE guys to have a pop when they come out. Because it naturally, if all of your ratings are based on he's left WWE, I wonder if he's going to turn up here. Okay, that's going to run out. There's 52 weeks in a year, and you have about 80 WWE stars now.
And who have they
you've been around for 3 years. It's over.
And who have they actually pushed apart from...
None of them, bro.
Apart from Moxley and Jericho.
Jay, I ask you this right now, bro.
Jericho, who have they actually pushed?
Because everyone's in WWE now and no one's left for a while now, for a year. Who is there left? There's no one left to turn up at AEW now. No one.
I mean, what have they actually done with Rusev that much?
Rusev...
What have they actually done with Andrade?
It was Miro, and he had 6 great months as TNT champion, and then nothing happened, and he disappeared.
Yeah.
You brought back Paige, but she's not going to wrestle, and I don't trust. She's going to wrestle, but I don't trust that you're going to keep her safe. You're going to hurt her. I know you are. If you are just blading people every 2 minutes, Darby Allin's flying off. Bruv, one match against Britt Baker in a street fight or something, and I bet your Paige won't wrestle again.
Well, that's
for starters. Christian.
There,
You brought him in. He was champion. He was great. Then you took it off him, and then nothing happened. And then the last great thing of Christian we had was like a month ago with Jungle Boy when he was talking about his dead dad. Yeah. Let's be honest, it was great. It was Luke Perry in it. It was great.
The same thing, by the way, that all the fans hate WWE doing about talking about their dads and stuff like that. Something you shouldn't do. They're like, "Oh, this is fantastic."
They tried to build up the fact that you took Big Show and then you done.
What's Big Show done?
You brought him in, he cut a promo, nothing happened. You brought Mark Henry in, he cut a promo, nothing happened. Taz is on commentary, but he wasn't part of WWE anymore. Jericho's the best person you've ever brought over. Matt Hardy's not doing anything anymore. Andrade doesn't want to be in your company anymore. Leo Rush came in, got injured straight away, had to leave, doesn't want to be in your company anymore.
And
Alistair is gone. He said he's on sabbatical and he's gone. And Murphy wants to come back to WWE because he's with Rhea Ripley now.
Yeah.
I mean, we can keep going through this list. There's no one left that wants to be there, bro.
No, it's just... And the way he panders the people as well, like... If you're Andrade and you say you got suspended, but Sammy Guevara stays in the company and then actually wins his match later on in the night, and you're like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Tony Khan does everything what I say that bosses shouldn't do. Even when I'm saying something, it's like if me and you was like, yo, Jurgen Klopp, take Salah off, man. Then he just takes him off every time we say it. I'm like, bro, I don't want you to do that. I still want you to be a boss. That's what happens. Like, I think Tony Khan goes through Twitter, sees what all the AEW fans are going. Oh, we need him to be champion. Make him champion. That's why Cody Rhodes didn't work.
Yeah.
Because fans turned on Cody so quick. They turned on him. Bro, I watched Cody have a match. Where he got his whole back set on fire. I watched his whole back get set on fire. And the fans still weren't...
Cody saw what was happening, though. Cody ain't a stupid man. He saw how the company was going. He was like,
he literally said,
I don't want to deal with any of this crap.
His first interview when he moved to WWE, he said the exact thing would happen, bro. So
he knew the backstage fighting would happen and all that. He just let
Jericho's Ring of Honor champion, pathetic. Yeah, Jericho's still great. He's still great every week, but the fact that he has to have a championship but doesn't belong to the company. Because basically now you can have an Impact champion on AEW and a Ring of Honor and a New Japan.
Yeah, what are they doing with Ring of Honor? Is he going to make Ring of Honor a thing again?
He's just brought the company and kept it going. Yeah, pretty much using the name and took their championship. So because
now Rampage is shite. No one watches it. They put it on at 10 o'clock at night because they can't put it on at 9 o'clock. It comes on straight after SmackDown. Because SmackDown would destroy it. So there's no point being on at 9 o'clock. So if you go to do it, why don't you just make Rampage Ring of Honor? Who in their right mind would
want to follow WWE SmackDown?
But that's why they can't go on at 9 o'clock because everyone's watching SmackDown. You've seen the rating SmackDown gets now. It's always over 2 million now. No one's watching.
Page is one bump off retirement for good. Agreed. Miro buried. Malachi Black buried. Agreed. Sting wrestling tag match till he retires. Agreed. Yeah. Andrade isn't happy. Because you can't, like, even if you mean, I'll give Tony this on it. I'm sure he had great intentions for all these people. You can't please that many wrestlers in a short period of time. Because
before you go.
If you just take some of them who are like Alistair, who's Malachi Black, and Miro, you can't promise both of those guys that they're going to be champion because they're like there's two of them and there's one title, and you've still got Kenny Omega and that, and Adam Page and all, and Adam Cole as well.
Yeah, I mean, and all the factions like the Dark Order. What have the Dark Order done for it? Like, since Brody Lee went, unfortunately, the Dark Order have been terrible.
All I want to hear.
House of Black. What did the House of Black actually? Like, it's just.
You know what I'm here to hear at Survivor Series. If I hear shock the system and Undisputed Era come out, we're done. That's the AEW. Because honestly,
what's Kyle O'Reilly done? I bet Kyle O'Reilly wish he stayed. And Bobby Fish, he's like, no, this company sucks, man.
I mean, Bobby Fish. Who was going to beat up the other day? Was it CM Punk?
Yeah, now he's having a boxing match, ain't he?
Yeah, he told everyone he's like, he will beat you up as well. So
he's a martial artist, ain't he?
Yeah, man. Brought the company to bury it. Too many titles now. New Japan clearly have a relationship with WWE now. Good brothers and cough TK. That's fuming.
This is true. By the way, one of the best things AEW have done is what's the lady's name who was TBS champion? She just lost it. Jade
Cargill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Undefeated. They made a thing of it being undefeated. Didn't she just lose like that?
Yeah, she's amazing as well.
Yeah, I mean, and now what you got to do with Jade Cargill now? Because Paige, look, all them AEW girls who think it's amazing that Paige is here now, she's taking all your spots.
Yeah, she's.
Like, so she's like, she's taking all your spots now. And
what are the ratings like for Rampage? They like it. They like NXT a bit lower than NXT levels.
Terrible because they follow SmackDown, which is awful.
Nobody watches that, man. AEW fans don't watch it. Well, what happened to Adam Cole on Undisputed Era? They keep all of them keep getting injured separately, bro.
Got injured again.
Will AEW come to England, or is it the man not high enough for it? I think they will come overseas sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean, it's free to air on ITV, ain't it? So people do watch AEW.
And there will be the demand for it because we have a lot of hardcore wrestling fans in England.
Yeah, I love the fact that Tony Khan made a thing of it. We've seen the ratings. More people watch AEW and WWE over England. Firstly, that's not true.
It's not true.
And secondly, ITV is free to air.
Yeah.
It's like I could tune in at midnight and watch it for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Bryan Danielson matches don't need to be so long. Yeah, they are long matches. We know he can wrestle his ass off, but they keep giving him some Blackpool Combat Club. Jade in WWE versus Charlotte or Becky would be money, but AEW women's division is ass. Agreed.
Yeah, Jade Cargill needs to be in WWE. She's got look, man.
Oh yeah, I'll take Jade. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'll take Jade versus Bianca, bro. That's the strength match off there.
Oh, that's
money right there.
That's Jade's biggest match. She's in the wrong company because, as I said, she lost to somebody who don't even look like a pro wrestler. All right, in my opinion, that's kind of boring. Yeah, and that's Saraya's there.
Yeah. There's another one. How long did that Cesaro thing last for?
Yeah, exactly. He won a title. Look. They all made a big thing of him being Ring of Honor champion, but he made a title he was a champion of a company that don't exist.
You know what they should have done?
It's like me going to the shop, buying a WWE title and just calling myself champion. You know, it's basically the same thing.
Bayley versus DMD. Yeah, Bayley versus DMD would be dope. I think I'll give them a little bit of this, that like maybe when these got released from WWE, I get it though, you got to pay bills on it, but when everyone got released from WWE, some of them should have took 6 months off. Because if you did, you'd be back in WWE now.
Yeah, I bet a lot of these guys and girls wish they saw the future.
Yeah, and Tony's made a big deal of mentioning the contracts now.
Yeah, and now they're all tied in there. And
so you know what's going to happen.
You're going to get Felix at Atletico Madrid, aren't they?
Yeah, well they're going to keep getting people fighting each other. What breaches the contract so they can leave?
Yeah,
you will because you think Andrade.
You watch it.
If he says to Andrade, you can't leave yet, he'll come back and fight Guevara again.
Yeah, he'll just come bitch slap someone to get sacked. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna get the hell out of here, bro. Long ass Raw review, man, but it's fun, bro.
Yeah, it was such a good Raw. That's why I went on. I mean,
100%. Obviously, if you're available anytime on Raw, just let me know and I'll jump you in it.
Yeah, we'll do. I mean, that's the first Raw I've watched live in a long time. So I usually watch it the next day. But
yeah, man.
Great show.
Let the people know where they can find you and what you got planned coming up, bro.
So you can find me at Jamie Phillips Football Chats, guys, and I've got a Chelsea Man City watch along tonight. Chelsea AC Milan watch along. Champions League, and then
Ain't that crazy? Don't that match? I know it happened last week, but doesn't it feel like it happened yesterday?
Yeah, I know, it's mad, ain't it? And then obviously I got the Liverpool Rangers game Wednesday. Yeah, and if you haven't, go watch my channel, guys, because yesterday I had a massive rant. So yeah, go and watch.
Have you got a? You ain't got a Liverpool Rangers preview in it. I know John's got one.
I was going to do a preview, but I want to do the watch along tonight for the AC Milan Chelsea game, and I don't know when.
I just realised here. I've just seen a message coming from John, but I want to watch the match, man.
Yeah, so
he's not very. John's got to be smarter with his streams, but you don't put a stream on.
I told John that. I said,
you don't put a stream on in the middle of a Champions League match at the same time as kickoff.
That's what you got to do, man. You got to be
especially with John's flipping 19-hour streams, bro.
Rods as well. You see how long Rod goes on for,
bro? I have to say this, and I said it to Cam. It's not this, and I find it funny. It's hilarious to me. First of all, Rod, his streams are just randomly come up. I don't notice when he's live. I just look on the thing and I'm like, I swear I recognize that because he's got the same thumbnail for everything, isn't
it? Yeah.
But this is the killer, Rod,
I love the guy.
He doesn't. He will wait 2 hours into his stream to read the comments, and he'll go back to the start. So basically, what happens is, and this happened the other day because
I love the guy.
His StreamYard messed up, so he had to leave and come back.
Yeah.
So obviously, all of us who were in the chat was like, "Yo, Rod, what's going on with your stream? It's not working." When he came back, he spoke for another 2 hours. So 2 hours later, he was reading comments. What was saying, "Yo, Rods, what's going on with the stream? It's not working. Where have you gone?" And you know what he was doing? Responding to them instead of just going, "Oh yeah, that was from ages ago." He just carried on responding to it. So like everything he's saying, all the people in the chat going, "Oh, Rods, drop the link so I can come in." And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll drop it in now." Rods, they've gone to bed. They've gone shopping. They've gone. This is 3 hours ago, bro. And then there's that one Chelsea fan. There's one Chelsea fan in his chat.
Yeah.
He terrors him all the time. Like I think it was Terry. He kept coming after John and Rods. I think his name's like "Make Chelsea Great Again" or something like that. And I'm in my living room in stitches, because I'm making dinner and I can just hear them. I can just hear Rods getting mad and then John getting mad, bro.
I said to Rods as well. I said to Rods because he went live exactly the same time as me yesterday.
I seen that you both on.
Don't go live the same time as me, Rods.
It's pointless.
I'm going to have all the views. Wait till I've finished.
And then you can say
all my boys over, bro. And they can all go over to you and then watch you and help your channel grow that way. And I said that to John as well. Because John went, "When you going live?" And I went, "Oh, I'm live at this time, John." He went, "Oh, that's when I was going to go live." Well, I said to him, "Well, John, wait till I finished. Then I can bring everyone over to you and help your channel grow as well." And
that's what's going to happen. Like he should wait till your watch along's done. And then you can just send everyone over to, and then he can, because it's all Liverpool fans anyway, mostly. Just John's doing a preview. If he does it at the same time, there's going to be 2 people in there, and it's going to be watch long.
So what I said to him, I said to him, "Look, get your channel grow. Don't go live at the same time as me. If you know I'm going live at a certain time, wait, because what I can do, I can put a link straight after my video's finished that everyone can press that automatically sends them over to you."
Yeah.
So
that's what
I told Stubbsy is that as well because he went live at the same time as me, and I had like 140 people in my chat last night, and I said wait, because the
thing is, it's 140 potential subscribers as well because they can just all subscribe because because that's what I think YouTube, because they keep updating new things over and over again, and I think that like on Twitch when I was live on Twitch when I was doing Savage Talk, you can do this thing called raid. And you press a button and everyone literally it's called the raid and it sends everyone over to the next person. Whoever you pick sends everyone over there automatically. But Gary's right. The algorithm is a certain thing, man, and trying to do everything at the same time is not smart, bro.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell him because they're quite new to it. I know that Rod's had one before, but he's starting a new channel, so YouTube would just see you as a new person.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for a while, and so the algorithm's pushing my stuff out. Push all my stuff out far more than John and Rod's stuff.
YouTube will push your stuff and Redmen and Copies and that. They'll push that, and then everyone who else is behind trying to do Liverpool content at the same time, then they won't see it. It won't pop up.
Yeah. That's what I try to tell them. Just wait. So if I'm live, guys. So what I'm going to do now if I see, because I'm not going to be an arse about it, so if I see Rod or John is live at a certain time, I will wait till they finished and then I'll do mine, or I'll go before them so they got time, because I'm not going to be that sort of bloke who go, right, Rod's is on at 7. I'm just going to go on at 7 as well. It's not fair, because I want everyone to have a share of the pie. It's not,
this is quick. Quick, you get this quickly. Man, Saint sitting with the Rangers fans. That's horrible, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Big
Saint lives in Scotland.
Yeah, he does. What's going to be pumping Liverpool 3-1. I'm no man. Okay. They have figured out the algorithm. John is not a joke. Gotta love it. Yeah, John's a G still. This average, you right, I told you about this. No one believed me. Months comes on at mad times, bro.
Oh, Ronce was on at 2 in the morning last night.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Months, what are you doing, man? You're a school teacher as well. Don't you need to sleep?
Flipping out. Thoughts on Super Mario? I like it. Although he doesn't have an Italian accent, but I like how
that is the only problem.
Everything else looks incredible.
But I've got to say, he looks good.
Because he's literally just Star-Lord.
Yeah.
That's all I heard when he spoke. I'm like, oh, Star-Lord, but
that's the only problem with Chris Pratt, ain't it?
Yeah,
he didn't Italian. Yeah,
Toad looks dope, man. Can't wait to watch it. To be fair,
Bowser looked great.
Yeah, he does. The whole graphics look dope as well, and I think that Anna Taylor-Joy is going to be princess, because I seen her name pop up. So
yeah, it's got what I like about it. It looks like the game, and that's what I've always had a problem with Resident Evil films, that they don't look like the game.
Don't look like the Resident Evil, bro.
Apart from the last Resident Evil that got made, that had nothing to do with the other films. That actually looked like the game, but it was still shit.
Probably got smashed some videos today actually on HUGO Online, but I've got a video shoot to do at Football Club at 3.
Sweet.
Sutton, I think. Well, not I think I know Sutton Football Club. And then I'll be in your watch along later, bro. I'm free.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, bro. All right, big up, guys. Thanks for coming along and all that, all that good stuff and that. Longer Raw review today, but it's fun, man. And listen, Raw was good, bro. So
yeah, Raw was good, man. Yep.
Yeah, you know the vibes. But yeah, Jamie, for this football chat, you go to Savage. Peace.